Yep, I heard it this morning. We're gonna get straight into it. And apparently, oh God, when I first heard it, I said, "Oh no, 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 no! Don't do this! Don't do this!" Well, obviously, boy gonna do what he gonna do. But as he went on, and it's like some things did match up. I ain't gonna say what. Some things made sense. Hey, gee, this is just ooh. Now there's a lot of things. Now there's a lot of things that Dr. Umar that stated when it comes to this child. that, quite frankly, myself, I'll just state myself, right? My child would never say the things that this this grown 22-year-old adult would say to me. My daughter would never say the things that Anissa would say. Basically, she would get knocked out. Then I would have to explain to her mother why I knocked her out. Like, I don't know, I just blanked out. So I know I understand in that regard, but other than that, we already talked about the pain. We already talked about the hurt. We already talked about everything. I told y'all, I told y'all, stop with this interviewing this girl crap. You're just getting your pound. It's not even about Umar anymore. It's about her, and you're just ripping her to shreds just to get back at Umar. And for what? And oh, by the way, somebody remind this puppet, what's his name? Do me a favor, remind Mr. Marquise, Mr. Saint Decenter to shut the fuck up. If I had any great minds, I'll shut him up for him. But here it is. When I first heard this, I was like, oh shit, here we go. So rather hear it from my lips, which you're not going to hear from, because again, I'm not going to speak on the girl. What is going on? I am not going to speak on the girl. What I am going to do is I'm going to play this clip. And for those who don't want to hear it, they don't have to. I'd rather be here by myself anyway. But here we go. Oh, God. Shame, shame, shame. This is a goddamn shame, y'all.
I got notice that my eldest daughter, quote unquote, exposed me on her TikTok. She made plenty of allegations, most of which I dealt with from Sweden. For some reason, every time I leave the country, I always fall under attack. I don't know what it is, but every time I leave the country, I fall under attack. But anyway, Baby Smurf decided to slander my name with a bunch of lies. I address most of it, but I'm going to address the rest of it right now. And then, because I think I've said enough about Mama Smurf, I think I said enough about Mama Smurf. So after I deal with Baby Smurf's lies, I'm going to then discuss the evil vegan baby mama number two. The evil vegan baby mama number two. The evil vegan baby mama number two.
Sidebar. I tried to become vegan one time. It didn't work. I mean, you had to literally give up meat. Give up meat and give up sugar. That's one of the most hardest things you can ever do. But let me continue.
I gave her 2 weeks to get in touch with me. I messaged her through Instagram. I'm sure everybody in Philly told her, you got 2 weeks. This man wants to see his child who you've been holding for 13 years. For 13 years. For 13 years. And if I don't see her, I'm going to tell the world why I don't see her. So we have come to the deadline for the evil vegan to manifest my daughter. And so now we're going to get into this. And I want to say that this is a lesson. Let this be a lesson to all young black men, all brothers of the Ifatunde army. I want you to learn from my mistakes so you don't repeat them. Because even though I'm going to tell the truth today about what both of my daughter's mothers have done to isolate me from their life, at the end of the day, as a man, I have to take full responsibility, because if I never impregnate them, as a man, I have to take full responsibility, because if I never impregnate them, as a man, I have to take full responsibility, because if I never impregnate them, they can never weaponize my children against me. Those women denied their daughters the right to have their biological father because I did not marry them. You've already heard the story of Mama Smurf. I'm going to leave Mama Smurf out of it to the extent that I can, but you ain't heard the story about the evil vegan. And if you think Mama Smurf's story was crazy, wait until you hear the evil vegan story. If you thought what Mama Smurf did was crazy, wait until you hear what the evil vegan did to keep me from my child's life.
Most of these niggas don't even care. All they care about is what is it that you're gonna do about your daughters, man. Me personally, I said it's 50. It's pretty much 50-50 down the line. But most of us knew that you were going to come out with this anyway. Whew. So, of course, we were expecting the mama vegan. What did he say? The mama vegan? No, the evil vegan, which is the second baby mother. We're going to hear that story eventually. We're going to hear that story eventually. And it's like I said before, there are some individuals who just do not care at all, because they're doing any and everything to get to her, to hurt you, to get through her. It's that simple. It's that simple. Um, it's only one thing you can do: resurrect your relationship with your children without the baby mamas being involved. And number two, just do your best. Do your best that you can to, just to finish up the school and do whatever it is you want with it. Once you fix it up, do whatever it is you want with it. Because obviously, this the United States, black people in the United States do not care. For those who do, keep on riding with them. For those who are Pan African, for those who are not Pan African and who are fans of him, keep on riding for him. But for the rest of you Negroes that just want your pound of flesh for absolutely no freaking reason, and want to get at her to get at him, this is the reason why that this black community is in shambles. We ain't gonna get nowhere, and we ain't gonna get anywhere. Let me continue.
Before we deal with baby mama to number two, the evil vegan, before we deal with baby mama number two, the evil vegan, I want to go through Baby Smurf's initial rant. How in the hell did Grandpop Johnson get pictures with my daughter and I can't even see
Oh my
trying to
bad.
get clout? Then she said, I wanted to get to know my sister.
My biological father is Dr. Umar. He has another daughter. I tried to contact him about, getting to know my sister on my dad's side.
Baby Smurf said, I wanted to get to know my sister. Baby Smurf, if you only wanted to get to know your sister, why did it take you until the age of 22 to want to get to know your sister?
That's what I said. Although I get I love you, my brother, but I get derailed on. No. It didn't take you for all that. It's like I said, it were too many holes in each story, whether it be on her side or his side. It was too many holes. But the more she kept talking, the more she kept revealing herself. But let me continue.
Why didn't you want to get to know your sister in high school? Why didn't you want to get to know your sister at 18? Why didn't you get to want to know your sister at 19? What about 20? What about 21? The truth of the matter is, baby Smurf, this wasn't about your sister and it wasn't about your father.
Both
It was about you
their egos and
slandering me to build a platform so you can get struggle streams. And you only brought my youngest daughter into this situation so it looked like you had a justified reason for slandering my name.
I said that myself, man. I completely said that myself. I said this is none of our business. Y'all just need to stop talking. But she is so her ego is bigger than his. I guess that's where she got it from. Her ego is just too big, and the fact of the matter, when she came out rainbowish, lets it further know. I mean, that can be turned around in due time, but it just lets you further know. It's like no one cares anymore. If it were new and if it were fresh back then, it'd be like, oh, but no one cares. No one cares if she turned gay. That's not a thing anymore. That's not a thing. Now if she turned trans, that I don't know. But turning gay, that's not a thing to anybody. People don't care. People's hearts have turned dark so much that they are willing to get to you, interview you to hurt him and to hurt you too, believe it or not.
That's why you did this. This wasn't about my daughter and it wasn't about me. This was about you seizing upon an opportunity to launch your struggle streamer career. I've been posting women on my social media doing Umar voiceovers. I was just on Drewski episode, got what, 10 million views in 2 weeks,
Like father, like
6
daughter.
million views in a day. You were thirsty and you simply used me as your stepping stone. But then Baby Smurf went on to say, I asked if he had her number and he never responded.
I asked him if he knows her or if he has her number. He ignored me and never responded.
Everybody saw the screenshot. Everybody saw the screenshot. You text me from an email address. And I asked you, Baby Smurf, why are you not texting me from your phone if this is my child who pops in and out of my life randomly, never taking me up on an invitation to meet with me? You lied to the people. You lied your ass off on that TikTok rant. You said you just want a conversation with your dad.
I literally just want to have a conversation with my father.
Well, the last time you text me, did I not invite you to go eat, have dinner? Let's meet up. The time before that, did I not invite you to meet?
I'm
Let's
not
have dinner,
addressing
meet up.
you.
The time before that, did I not invite you to meet? Let's have dinner. Let's meet up. Every time you've texted me over the past decade, every time you've texted me, I've asked you to see you. And every time I ask to see you, you ghost me and disappear. You stop texting all together. I know why. Because you already told me. You remember you texted me and said, my mother doesn't want me communicating with you? You remember that? You said, my mother doesn't want me communicating with you. So I know why you never followed me up on your invitation.
I remember when y'all, not y'all, but certain individuals in the Umar sector were showing me the screenshot, and then all of a sudden everybody's getting on me like, you didn't see, you see this screenshot right here. He's a deadbeat. Yeah. I said, from SoundCloud. You're texting me from SoundCloud. You are texting instead of just going to the father's house. going to the father's house. But your greatest influence was your greatest weakness. And that was the mom, apparently. But the story thickens, the story gets bigger.
But why did you lie to the people and act like you've been trying to find me when you've clearly had my number for 12 years? You've been texting me since your mother pulled you out of my life at the age of 10. You told the people I've never been in your life. I've been in your life until the age of 10. And that's when your mother stepped up her hide and go seek agenda because family court would never punish her. And I don't care what the people got to say. I got paperwork. She was never fined. She was never threatened with a fine. She was never incarcerated. She was never threatened with incarcerated. She was never stripped of her child. She was never threatened with being stripped of her child. Family court in Philadelphia did nothing about her violating the order over and over and over and over again. And when you became 10 years old, I still remember it like it was yesterday. When you became 10 years old and you used to come to my home, I saw in your face how much you didn't want to be there. I saw in your face. And do you know why you didn't want to be there? You already told the people, baby Smurf. You said because he was strict. You said because he was strict. Baby Smurf, I wasn't strict. All I asked you to do was take your time and do your homework. And when I checked your homework, when your homework wasn't correct, fourth grader, and when I checked your homework and your homework wasn't correct, fourth grader, I would make you do your homework over. I would make baby Smurf correct the errors in her homework, which is what any academically inclined parent should do. You did not want to do your homework at all. You did not want to do your homework over. Your homework was sloppy. It was lazy. It was rushed through. And I could tell back then that your mother was not an academic parent. I could tell then. I knew you was not being raised right because there's no way in hell a fourth grader produces this type of homework. There's no way in hell a fourth grader has to do a homework over and over and over again. I had to make you do your homework over because you didn't want to do homework at all. You can credit your mother for that. You can credit your mother for that. You can credit your mother for that. So I knew that you were going to ask your mother not to come back to my house. I knew it because you didn't want to do homework. We had a lot of fun. We went to the zoo. We went to the museums. I took you to New York City to the Broadway play. Anything you wanted, I bought you. We had fun, but you didn't want to do your damn homework. And with all due respect, my ancestors died so we can get an education. With all due respect, my ancestors died. I'll be damned if a child in my house think they're going to get away with not doing homework the right way. And so I knew when you went back to your mother, I might not never see you again because now it was not only Mama Smurf who wanted to keep you away, Baby Smurf didn't want to come either. And I don't have to tell the parents on this live that sometimes when children can't get away with what they want to get away with, they'll just tell the other parent, I don't want to go over there no more. How many fathers know what I'm talking about? How many non custodial mothers know what I'm talking about? How many fathers know what I'm talking about? How many non custodial mothers know what I'm talking about when you are all about the academics and your lazy ass child is growing up in a lazy ass home where academics don't matter? And they come to your house and they got to do their homework the right way. And they so used to not doing the homework at all. So they tell the mother, I don't want to go over there no more. That's what happened. You and your mama made that decision.
Oh, I had to do something real quick. So, oh, where are we at right now? Why are we going back at this again? Because this is him. This is him. He wanted to tell this story because obviously she can't keep her damn mouth shut, and so if she reacts, he has to react. So he's blaming homework. No, it's not about the homework. It's about the discipline. It's about the damn discipline. And of course, she, up until the age of 6 or 7, she had to converse all the way over to the mom. And well, nobody wants to blame anything on the mother, except for me and Craig. But I mean, it is what it is. You really buying this bullshit? You why do you why do you care? Why do you care? You would do the exact same thing and bully her just to get to him. Why do you care? You know we don't like. I ain't letting this go. I can't do this with you right now. I can't do this. I won't play this freaking video.
You were a child, so you should have had no authority in the situation. But I knew that once you told your mother I was too strict, I knew my days were numbered. See, we got through kindergarten. We got through kindergarten. You see that? But we couldn't get through fourth grade. That was just too much. So you bailed out and your mother helped you bail out. And after 10 years of fighting your mother, after 10 years of fighting your mother, first of all, I was in your life consistently until the age of 6 or 7. I was in your life consistently until about the age of 6 or 7. I was in your life consistently until about the age of 6 or 7. In fact, I had you more than your mother had you. I had you more than your mother had you. The first 5, 6 years of your life, I had you more than your mother had you. Oh, yes, I did. And I got all the paperwork. I had you more than she did. She was still the custodial parent on paper, but I had you more than her. I had you more than her. Okay? And when you lied and said he wouldn't drop me off, so my mom had to send the police to his house to get me. You lied and said he didn't drop me off, so my mom had to get the police to
Yes,
go
that's
to
what
his
fell
house
on his
and get me.
shoulders.
Guess what? Do you know why your mother had to bring the police to my house to come and get
Yes, it's his version of the championship belt. Yes.
you? Do you want to know why your mother had to bring the police to my house? Because your mother was not at the pickup point on time. Your mother often did not show up to get you, young lady, because she didn't want to be bothered. And I didn't need her, so I simply took you back home. I didn't need her, so I simply took you back home. Let me say that one more time. Your mother did not show up to get you. And when a parent doesn't show up to get their child, the other parent takes the child back home. Your mother knew that if she did that too much, I could go to court and probably get full custody. So she brought the police, making it look like I never dropped you off. I was there. She wasn't there. Your mother did that several times, not picking you up and then bringing the police to my house, probably because she was out doing her. Probably because she was out doing her and she didn't feel like coming to get you at the agreed upon time stated on the custody paperwork. So when she decided she was ready to come get you, she would bring the police to my house and make it look like I was breaking the law. Let's tell the truth. You said you asked for my youngest daughter's phone number. I don't have that. We're going to talk about the evil vegan in a minute. I don't have my youngest daughter's phone number. And if I did, you wouldn't get it.
So if she could reach out to me, I would love that. I would love to have a conversation with you because you are my sister on my father's side that I have never met. I don't even know your name. I don't even know how old you are. I have a sister on my mom's side and I'm the oldest. I'm pretty sure that my sister that's on my dad's side, I'm probably older than her. I'm supposed to be guiding her. I'm supposed to be teaching her things because you, as the father, you're not doing that. So let me do that as an older sister.
I'm not introducing you to my baby girl. Me and you got to get reacclimated first. And from what I've seen from you, you have no business being around my youngest daughter. You are into lifestyles I don't agree with. Your mouth is filthy. Somebody sent me a video clip of you calling your younger sister, respect to the princess. Somebody sent me a video clip of you calling your 13-year-old baby sister on your mother's side a bitch. You called that girl a bitch just because she asked you to get off the live. She said, "This ain't right. This is not how you do this." You told her to get the fuck out your room. You pushed her out your room, slammed the door, and called her a B, and yet you say you're supposed to be guiding my daughter. You're supposed to be a role model for my child. You are out of your mind. You are out of your mind. That is no role model at all. Calling little sisters bees, telling them to get the F out your room. You're no type of role model. You will not be around my child until you show yourself able and respectable and responsible enough to be around my child.
You see why I wasn't gonna interview her in the first place because it's too messy, and the fact that Cynthia G interviewed her, I have a problem with Cynthia now. I got a whole problem with Cynthia. She will feel my wrath one day because that's somebody else's child. Let I can wait till your child grows up. You damn she. I can't wait for your child to grow up, you dirty bitch, so I can interview that little motherfucker. Yeah, I said it. I can't wait for your child to grow up, you dirty bitch, so I can interview that little motherfucker and tell how much of a bitch your mama is. Now who's the tyrant? Now who's the motherfucking tyrant, bitch? I swear to be almighty. That's somebody else's child, yo. Because it's Dr. Umar. I gotta get back at him, so I gotta go and do my due diligence with her. Not supporting her, by the way. Not supporting her, but nearly. No, 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 no. This is curtain time. This is curtain time for old Cynthia. This is curtain time. I don't even know why y'all niggas brought her back. I don't know why. I do not know why Cynthia was brought back to YouTube. I don't know why. I think her and Kendra, what the chick name? Not Kendra G. What's the chick name? Tasha K. I think they like this. I think they are really like this. So I can't wait for that little nigga to grow up so I can interview his ass. See how you like it. That don't make no fucking sense.
Let's continue. You said, "I'm 22. My dad has never been to any parties or graduations." I'm 22. My dad has never been to any parties or graduations. He has never been in my life.
I'm 22 years old now. My dad has never been to anything important, no graduation, no birthday parties, nothing. He has not been in my life.
Excuse me? He has never been in my life. Excuse me? I've been in your life until the age of 10 when you got tired of doing homework and told your mother not to send you over there again. You got tired of doing homework and told your mother not to send you over there again. And when I went to your school to pick you up and you wasn't there twice in a row, when I went to your school to pick you up and you wasn't there twice in a row, that was it for me. That was it for me. Family court in 10 years, family court failed to issue any type of sanctions against your mother for constantly and repeatedly violating the family court order.
Now, I told y'all before, it it varies from when it comes to court orders, it varies from state to state. Dederell wanted to argue down on me about this very situation. I said it before and I'll say it again. If Philly is not the same as New York. New York is not the same as Maryland. Maryland is not the same as Detroit, as Wisconsin, as Florida, as Virginia. You get what I'm saying? Every court order, every petition or whatever is different. I've never been haven't been to divorce court before. I've never been to child support court before. But I know it's different if I can get my cousin on the phone because I think she's a prosecutor. She would absolutely tell me the difference. Well, she would tell me because she lives in Michigan what Michigan court order is versus it would be something different if it were in Ohio. Ohio is much different from Michigan. Michigan is much different from Wisconsin. Wisconsin is much different than any other state when it comes to the court systems. I'm trying to tell y'all. But you want to render this dude a liar. Which, again, if we want, I don't feel like looking that stuff up. You can look it up. Y'all can look it up. How different it is.
10 years I fought. I got nothing. So at that point, I said, this is a waste of your time. What is the definition of ignorance? Insanity. Doing the same thing over and over again. Doing the same thing over and over again, expecting a different result. For 10 years, I did the same thing over and over again, expecting to get a different result.
Give a damn what she using.
I did the same thing
You
over
bitch.
and over again for 10 years, expecting to get a different result, and I didn't. And at the age of 10, that's when I decided nothing more is going to come out of this. You have fought this with lawyers and without lawyers. You have fought this with attorneys and without attorneys, and I got nowhere. And that's when I said, I hope that maybe one day her mother will either come to her senses,
her homework,
and we work this out, or I'll see her when she grows up. I did my part. Your mother is the reason I wasn't in your life after the age of 10. And clearly, you needed me. I think everybody who has watched you make a fool of yourself on the internet, I think everybody knows that you clearly needed your father. You're not in school. You're not in trade school. You're not in real estate school. You're not in college. You're not doing anything with yourself right now. You're about to be 23 in a couple weeks. At 23, I was beginning my first master's program at Millersville University, having already earned 2 bachelor's degrees. At 23, I was beginning my first master's program at Millersville University, having already earned 2 bachelor's degrees. That's what I was doing at 23.
I just want to say real quick before I go further. If you look at the title, I mean what I say and I say what I mean. Let them work it out. Let them work it out. Okay? As bad as it is right now, let these people work it out. I don't expect this to go too much further because of course she's gonna have a counter. Of course she's gonna have a counter, but I'm not gonna care. I'm not gonna care about it. Let her have the counter and let Umar do what he does, which is he's gonna explain to you in a minute. He wants to take her out to lunch or take her out for her birthday. Now that's twice. That's twice. The invitation to meet up somewhere, right? That was turned down. This is twice now that he is throwing out the invite to take her out for her birthday. Now, I don't know how that's going to go. And quite frankly, it's none of my business and it's none of yours either. Let them handle it. This is a father and daughter thing. Let these people handle it.
That's what I was doing at 23. I met your mother shortly
Like, share, and
thereafter.
subscribe. Like, share, and
In
subscribe.
fact, she
Like,
was
share,
the
and
age
subscribe. Hit
you're
that like
about to
button.
be when we started dating, 23. Your mother was the age you are about to be. Well, let me take that back. She was 21. I was 23.
Hater.
She was 23 when you
You
were
are such
conceived,
a hater.
but you are
You
around
are
the age
such
your
a
mother
damn
was
hater.
when she started her shenanigans. You are around the age your mother was when she started her shenanigans. I'm
I'm
disappointed in
disappointed in
her
her.
and I'm
And
disappointed in you. But I want to say this to you because I love you as a father. You are my baby and I love you. Don't you ever forget that. Don't you ever forget that your father loves you. Your birthday coming up next month. And I'm considering this being April. Next month is next month.
okay, Ali, would you rather have him say it or would you rather have Tommy Sotomayor say it? Would you rather have him say it or would you rather have Tommy Sotomayor say it? Because quite frankly, it really doesn't matter at this point. Not only did she try to expose him, she exposed herself because the stories were lopsided. But again, I'm not gonna say anything. I'm gonna let him tell it.
May. Your birthday is next month. I want to take you out to dinner. Let's go to dinner for your birthday. And I don't want to talk about this, and I
Who
don't want to talk about your
cares? It
mom,
ain't
and I don't want to
yours.
talk about the past. I just want to have a civilized
Haters.
dinner with my daughter because we haven't had dinner since you sat at my kitchen table at the age of 10. 12 years, you have not had dinner with me in 12 years. Let's have a daddy daughter dinner for your 23rd birthday. Let's have a daddy daughter dinner for your 23rd birthday. Let's have a daddy daughter dinner for your 23rd birthday. Now, your mother might not want you going to dinner with me. Your mama might not want you going to dinner. She might not. So if you have to sneak and do it, we can sneak and do it. What she don't know can't hurt. It's a shame that a man she willingly got pregnant by can't take his daughter to dinner. It's a shame that a man she intentionally got pregnant by can't take his daughter to dinner. But be that as it may, if we need to keep it
Who?
confidential, we can keep it confidential. I do
Who?
not live my personal life on social media. I'm
Oh,
only doing this because you took it there. I'm only doing this because you took it there. I'm only doing this because you took it there.
Lisa, I, that's a 50-year-old grown ass man. I can't say nothing. Don't want to say nothing. It's none of my concern. We're just reviewing this and again, when I saw this, it was like, oh no. But then it started getting more juicier, and it gets juicier. It's not just about her. It's not just about the. It's about the entire family, as far as I'm concerned. It's about the entire family. But I'm gonna let this rock.
First of all, graduations. If I'm not mistaken, I was at your kindergarten graduation. I was there. I was at your kindergarten graduation. I gave you your first birthday party. I still have the DVD, not the DVD. I got the
Me
VCR
too.
tape. I can get it switched over to
Yes,
DVD
me.
for you.
I agree.
I still
I
have the
agree.
tape of your first birthday
I
party.
agree.
I still have the cakes. I kept your face. I still got the bowls. I kept a lot of memorabilia from you because since I couldn't have you in my life, I needed to keep something of you close to me. I still have it all. If I'm not
That
mistaken,
ain't.
I used to
That
bring
is
the
not
cake
the
and ice
point.
cream to the preschool and
That's
to the
not the
daycare.
point.
I was around, baby Smurf. What do you mean I've never been there? And if you know I wasn't at your middle school graduation because you didn't send me an invitation. You know I wasn't at your high school graduation. You didn't send me an invitation. So why are you acting like you don't know why I wasn't there? Neither nor your mother sent me an invitation to anything, and you had my number because you were texting me. You were not thinking about me. Why didn't you crash out in high school? I would have loved you to do this in high school because if you would have done this in high school, I would have said, great. When is the next parent teacher conference? I would have said, great. When is the next back to school conference? I would have said, great. When's the graduation? When's the prom? I'm paying for everything. Why didn't you crash out in high school? You know why you didn't
Women do this
crash
to
out on high school?
themselves. They do.
If you say something stupid, I'm going to block you. Nobody gave up. and nobody is lacking accountability. If you say something stupid, I'm going to block you.
Welcome,
Nobody
man.
gave
Welcome
up.
to the live.
Nobody is lacking
Welcome.
accountability. Say something stupid, I'm going to block you. So, there is the reason, and you didn't bother to send me the invitation. You had my phone number. Why you didn't invite me to your graduation? We already know the answer. Your mother didn't want me there. Stop lying. That whole rant of yours was filled with lies. Let me continue. I'm not making this video to bash him, but to state facts.
Again, I'm not making this video to bash him. I'm making this video to state facts. Okay?
You stated lies. You didn't state any facts. And then you called me out my name multiple times.
Mm,
You called me out of my name with curse words multiple times. Little girl,
mm.
little girl, please know when we meet up, don't you try to talk to me the way you talk to me on social media. You will be disappointed.
Now, as a father, I do agree. Because if that was my daughter, chitty chitty bang bang, it's going down. But my daughter don't talk like that. My daughter don't have that sense of mind frame to talk like a hood rat. And I'm not calling Anissa a hood rat, but in this case, she's talking like one. I'm not calling her one, but she talks like one. Get the difference? Or is there any dumb niggas in the room that don't even know what I'm talking about? Don't know the difference between acting like and being a. This is what we got a dumb nigga in every live chat. Oh, you calling me? You calling me this? You calling me? I said you're acting like one. Know the difference of what I'm saying.
Please get a hold of yourself. I don't know what you and your mom got going on over there, but I'm telling you right now, you will not disrespect me. I've never called my mother or father out of their name in my whole
Oops.
life. I've never called my mother or father out of their name. You got one time to call me out of my name to my face. I promise you, you won't do it again.
I mean, what's he gonna do? Spank her? She's 22. The most he can do is just walk away. I wouldn't touch my daughter at 22. I wouldn't touch my daughter at 18. Well, if she's still living in my house, I still have rules, but we got plans, and she's gonna be okay. She's gonna be okay. The most we have to deal with is our son. By the time she get gone, he'll still be in the house, and I know he'll be happy. I gotta read this. He sounds like a bit of a baby daddy. His daughter is 22 now. He has a lot of catching up to do. Let them do that. Let them do the catching up. Okay. Um, I, it's difficult. Just put it that way. Because I don't want to say that's a dysfunctional family, but that's a dysfunctional family. I don't want to say that's a dysfunctional family, but that's a dysfunctional family. But I'm sure one day that they'll get it together, especially the dad. But let me not say much. Oh yeah, it gets crazy.
I promise you, you won't do it again. You can do it on the internet all you want. It will not be accepted face to face. That's all I'm going to say. And I'm going to leave it right there. Then you said you reached out to me. You reached out to me.
You're being a hypocrite, and it's frustrating because I reached out to you. I reached out to you. I shouldn't have had to do that. I'm your daughter, but I'm
No,
smart enough and logical enough to know that you would never reach out to me because you don't have my phone number, and I'm pretty sure you wouldn't try to reach out to me because for what?
I asked you to text me from.
no, No, that's not how that. Well, she said she does. She does have a right. She was looking for her sister, and this black dude did not want to tell her. I would be mad too. First and foremost, no, I wouldn't. I wouldn't do that. Know why? Because of the way that she's acting, and she would be pretty much a bad influence, as you can basically see. She would definitely be a bad influence. I wouldn't do that to my child, and my child wouldn't do that to me. Or rather yet, my child wouldn't do that to her brother, and her brother would not do that to her. We taught them better than that. We taught them way better than that. We taught them way better than that. What she's doing right now, and you want her to meet up with who? You want her to meet up with who? You can do that in your family. You can do that to your family, but not mine. And I'm sure fathers with common sense, but fathers all over the world are saying like, hell no, no, it ain't happening like that. Because what you put in her brain, I mean, y'all gonna be charitable for a while. And did you not forget that she called her that they had a scruffle? Y'all, you didn't read that part where he said she called her a bitch. You didn't read that part. Oh, that just gets ignored. Okay, okay, cool. We just read into whatever we want to read to. But I get it. I get it. I get it.
From a number. You text me from two different numbers. So I knew you were playing on my phone, either you or somebody else. So I stopped texting you. I'm not a child. You don't play games
You
with me.
called a
You
bonus
don't keep
37?
texting me from different numbers. I don't play them games. And because I didn't play your game, in less than 48 hours, you went to the internet. Because I didn't play your game, in less than 48 hours, you went to the internet. You was going to the internet anyway. You just needed an excuse. You were going to the internet anyway, but you needed a story to make it look like you wasn't an opportunist. You didn't want people to think you were shopping for clout. I want to meet my sister. You didn't want to meet her in high school. You didn't want to meet her on your 18th birthday. You didn't want to meet her when you was 21, but you just woke up a couple weeks ago. You just woke up and said, I want to meet my other sister. While you call your sister Bees. Call that little girl a Bitch. You going to be a role model for who now? You going to be a role model for who now? And then she says, I don't want anything out of you, just a conversation.
I don't want anything out of you. I want nothing but a conversation. Forget the relationship. I really don't care too much about that at this point. I just wanted a conversation out of you, and you shut me down. You ignored me.
We could have had a conversation for 12 years. I invited you to a conversation every time we text or speak.
Now that's fair. Now you waited all this time, and we're just now knowing. That's my first words. Those were my first words 2 weeks ago. I said, "You're waiting now, 22 years of age, and everybody and their mama talking about she's 22 years old. You ain't." Y'all don't even know the whole story. Y'all don't know the story. But you let everybody and their mama get away with it, especially when white folks are involved. Jesus, Elon Musk gets away with everything, man. White people get away with everything. No, if you want to get technical, Derek Jackson gets away with everything. Derek Jackson gets away with everything. I don't care how big buff that nigga is. That dude gets away with cheating on his wife. Oh, but he got good muscles. He got good muscles.
Spoke, I invited you to meet and you never followed through. How dare you lie on me like that? I just want a conversation. Why we didn't have the conversation when you texted me and said you was at Philadelphia radio, Word 900 AM. You said, Dad, I was at the radio station today. You remember that? About a year or two ago, you said, Dad, I was at the radio station. I said, when can I see you? When can I see you? And like always, you ghost and you just want a conversation. You are a liar.
Man, hit the like button. Hit the damn like button. I need 2 more likes. I need 2 more likes. As a matter of fact, donate to my coffee fund. Donate to. Why does this person keep texting me? Donate to the coffee fund. It's only $1. It's only $2. Well, we can't do $2. $2, nigga, $2. Donate to my coffee fund. He's been said that. He's already taken accountability. I don't know where you just came in. He's already taken accountability. More than one occasion. He's admitted dozens of times he could have been a better father. He's admitted dozens of times. So we don't even have to go there. We do not have to go there. Them goofy them goofy bees still gonna send Derek money. That's the world for you, I guess.
You did not want a conversation. You could have been had a conversation. Stop lying. And then she said, you should never be too busy for your daughter. When have I ever been too busy for you? When have I ever been too busy for you? You should never be too busy for your daughter. When have I ever been too busy for you? And that takes me to the evil vegan. Because the evil vegan put a post up a couple years ago. Baby mama number 2, the evil vegan, put a post up. And we're going to get to her in a minute. And she said, he doesn't see his daughter, and I'm paraphrasing, but she said, because somebody sent it to me. It was on her Facebook, I think. And she said, he doesn't see his daughter because he's too busy running around the world saving Black people, something like that. And then she said, he has failed to keep his appointments with his daughter. Baby mom number 2, evil vegan. When did I ever have an appointment with my daughter? Baby mom number 2, evil vegan. When did I ever have an appointment with my daughter? When did I ever have an appointment with my daughter? So you've been lying just like Mama Smurf. Both of y'all been lying to the world, telling them I don't want to be bothered because you don't want to tell the truth. He didn't marry me, so I didn't want him around. You will be with both of us, or you will be with neither one of us. That's what Mama Smurf told me. Mama Smurf said, you will be with both of us, or you will be with neither one of us. And then Baby Smurf says, my mama didn't want to marry you. Tell your mom to swear on the Bible. Baby Smurf, go get the Bible. Go get your Bible. And tell your mother to put her hand on that Bible. Tell your mother to put her hand on that Bible. And tell her to swear that she never told your father you will be with both of us or neither one of us. Tell her to take it to the Bible. Your mother is a Christian. Tell her to swear on the Bible that she didn't tell me you will be with both of us or neither one of us. And then you said, when I get married, will you walk me down the aisle? When I get married, will you walk me down the aisle?
I just don't understand why you're ignoring me. I'm 22 years old and you have yet to be in my life. No graduations, no parties. When I get married, are you going to be at the wedding? Are you going to walk me down the aisle?
When I get married, will you walk me down the aisle? Baby Smurf, if you are marrying a man that I approve of, I will walk you down the aisle if you would like. If you marry a man I understand that you have been drafted into the Rainbow Army. I don't agree with that at all, but I love you as my child. It will not affect our relationship, but do not ever ask me to co sign or support something that I am vehemently against. I will not walk you down the aisle if you're marrying a woman. Let me say that one more time. I will not walk you down the aisle if you're marrying a woman, nor will your wife be allowed in my house. You will be allowed in my house. Your wife will not, because I do not support that lifestyle. I love all African people. I love you as my child. I love
Shut
all
up,
African
Greg.
people.
Shut up.
I love you as my child, but I will not co sign that. Mama Smurf, I can't believe you let our daughter get caught up in that nonsense. Mama Smurf, I cannot believe you allowed our daughter to get caught up in this nonsense. You should have gave me my baby.
Okay, we're gonna do a poll. Not a poll. But how many people in the chat, let's get this out the way. How many people in the chat think this is Umar's fault? Put a one in the chat saying it's Umar's fault. Put a two in the chat saying it's the mom's fault. Put a three saying it's both of their faults. Now I'm gonna put my bid in. I'm gonna put a three. That's what I think. Because two parents is two parents. Bring a child in this world. It is what it is. I got a three. Of course, you'll put one. Not
I'm
shocking.
talking to Mama Smurf. When you knew you ran out of energy raising our child, when you knew you didn't want to raise her anymore because I wasn't going to marry you, you should have gave her to me. You know why you didn't give her to me? You know why you didn't give baby Smurf to her father? You didn't give baby Smurf to her father because your hatred for me was greater than your love for your daughter. Your hatred for me was greater than your love for your daughter. You should have given me my baby once you realized you no longer wanted to raise her. But your hate for me was greater than your love for our child. And that is why we are where we are. Young black men, please learn from our mistakes. Young black men, please learn from our mistakes. There are women out here who will get pregnant by you on purpose, thinking they're going to become the wife. And when they don't, they will ostracize you from your child. It happened to me twice. And we're going to talk about the second one in depth in a minute. It happened to me twice. Both of my daughter's mothers wanted to be married. And when I would not do it automatically, shotgun style.
Now this is where niggas get triggered. Oh, you red pill now? No, you're just speaking truth to facts. He's not a red pill, nor will he ever be. He's not the manosphere, nor will he ever be. He is just like me in a way, although a little bit more acknowledged and more polished. He's like me. We're both the same in the sense that there has to be a balance. If one messes up, we all mess up. If one messes up, we all mess up. We have to clean up the mess. Now, if I make a mess, it's my fault. I have to clean it up. So I have to hold myself accountable to that. If she makes a mess, she has to clean it up. Well, everybody gets in a tirade. Why does she have to clean up your mess? You the man. You're the leader. I don't even know what a leader is anymore. I don't know what a leader is. Can anybody tell me what a leader is?
Shotgun. They wanted a shotgun marriage. And when I did not do it, they ostracized me from my child. Brothers, wrap up the Shango stick. No more broken homes. No more broken homes. I apologize for
What
my
is
race.
that?
I apologize to my elders. I apologize to my supporters. But I want to be clear. No man should be blamed alone for a broken home because women do as much breaking of homes as men do. Can I get an ashe from our unapologetically African anti-snow bunny brothers? Women
I say. Uh, shut up, Beavis.
break up homes as much as men do. I'm going to say it again. Women break up homes as much as men do. I'm going
Oh
to say it
God.
again. Women break up homes as much as men do. I didn't say they got pregnant by themselves, did I? I didn't say they got pregnant by themselves. That's why you just got blocked. Nobody said anything about them getting pregnant alone. And guess what? I wanted my children. I was happy when Mama Smurf told me she was pregnant. I was happy when Mama Smurf told me she was pregnant. Mama Smurf, you remember when you came to my apartment? It was the end of my school psychologist internship with the School District of Philadelphia, 2001. It was the end of my school psychologist internship with the School District of Philadelphia, 2001. Mama Smurf said, I got to come talk to you. Mama Smurf came to my house. I said, what's up, Mama Smurf? She said, I'm pregnant. I said, what do you want to do? She said, I'm open. I can keep it. I cannot keep it. I'm kind of open. I said, listen, I'm ready to have a child if you're ready to have a child. I said, I'm ready to have a child if you're ready to have a child. This is what I told Mama Smurf in my house. I'm ready to have a child if you're ready to have a child. But I said this to Mama Smurf. I said, but I want to say this to you. This baby doesn't automatically make us a family, but I would love to explore that with you. This baby doesn't automatically make
Go ahead.
The black community,
us a family, but I want to explore that with you. And I also want to say this. I only want to have this child if you are not going to use it as a weapon against me. If you are going to take me to child support, if you are going to keep my children away from me, I don't want the child. I told her. I looked her in her face. If you are going to run around and play games with my baby, if you are going to put me in child support, if you are going to keep me from my child, I don't want the child. But if you are going to be an adult and we can co-parent, let's do this. And she said, as long as you take care of your baby, I will never take you to child support. She lied to my face. You lied to my face, Mama Smurf. You remember that first conversation? You said, as long as you take care of your child, I will not take you to child support. I will not keep you from your baby. And that's exactly what the hell you did. You lied to my face. You knew the whole time you was not going to let me be in my daughter's life. You knew the whole time you was going to take me to child support. She looked me in my face and said, as long as you take care of your baby, I will not take you to child support. I will not keep you from your child. And she did both. And she did both. And she did both. I'm going to tell you like this. And I don't care who don't like it because I'm not here for y'all. I'm not here for y'all. I'm here to clear the air for my supporters because I think the people who have stood by me these 10 years have a right to know the truth. That's the only reason why I'm going live. I could give the damn about a struggle streamer. I couldn't care less about a struggle streamer. I was not a doctor. I wasn't a doctor when either child was conceived, but I was a certified school psychologist. I was not a doctor when either child was conceived, but I was a certified school psychologist. I was not a doctor when either child was conceived, but I was a certified.
My biological father is not even on my birth certificate because when my mom had me, he left. And I do have a DNA test. So yes, I can prove that that's my father. I would never get on here and lie to y'all. That's kind of sick and delusional and crazy. but I'm just making this video because I want to find my sister. And when I reached out to him about giving me her number or if he even had it, I was ignored. So now I guess I have to take matters into my own hands. So if you see this video, sister, please reach out to me, because if he's not going to allow us to be in contact, I'll do it myself. I just want to end this video by saying that daughters who have deadbeat fathers should not have to go through this. This is very present in the Black community. And as an activist, I would not think that you would be a deadbeat because you rep the Black community so much. It doesn't make any sense. You cannot be a hypocrite. You can't say do A, but you're doing B. It doesn't make any sense. So y'all already heard my mission for this video. Y'all already heard why I'm making this video.
Another lie. Another lie. His name is not on my birth certificate because when she had me, he left. First of all, I don't know what birth certificate you looking at, but the ones I got have my name on it. I don't know what birth certificate you looking at, little girl, but the ones I have my name on it. I don't know what birth certificate you looking at, baby Smurf, but my birth certificates that I have of you have your name, have my name on it. So I don't know what your mother talking about. My birth certificates have my name on it. Now, let me tell you what happened. And I've already told this story in Sweden, but I'll tell you again. Was never not there. I went to every appointment, prenatal and postnatal, until
We heard all
my
that.
father's youngest son says to me, his oldest son, he said, Abu was over your baby mama house. Johnson reached out to you because grandpa, tell her to tell you the whole story. Tell her to tell you the whole story. And let me tell you something about your grandpa, because you told the people that your Grandpa Johnson, my biological father.
This is where it gets kind of messy, but we'll continue.
Grandpa Johnson, my biological father. Grandpa Johnson, my biological father. You said he reached out to you. I don't know why Grandpa Johnson reached out to you, because Grandpa Johnson knows I don't like him being in contact with you without my permission. Grandpa Johnson had no business reaching out to you because Grandpa Johnson knows I don't mess with him and I don't want him in contact with my children.
The image that you're seeing right now, that's who he's talking about. Jamal Johnson, Umar Johnson's father.
But let me tell you what your mother and Grandpa Johnson did behind my back when you was a toddler. You ready for this one, baby Smurf? Ask your mama about this. I want you to ask your mama about this. One day I'm coming home from work and my brother is there. And my father's youngest son says to me, his oldest son, my father's youngest son says to me, his oldest son, he said, Abu was over your baby mama house. And we was raised Muslim. So in Islam, Abu means daddy, right? In Islam, Abu means daddy. So he says, Abu was over your baby mama house. I said, what? Abu was over your baby mama house. How in the hell can Abu, Grandpa Johnson, be at my baby mama house? He don't know my baby mama. I've never told him my baby mama name. He don't know where my baby mama live. So how in the hell did Grandpa Johnson end up at baby mama house? Guess what happened, brothers and sisters? Guess what happened? My father's brother, my biological uncle, dated Mama Smurf's auntie. I'm going to say it again. Stay with me. I did not know this. My father's brother, my biological uncle, dated my baby mom's auntie. Nobody told me. Let me say it one more time. My father's brother dated my baby mom's auntie, Auntie Smurf. Auntie Smurf. I never met Auntie Smurf. I don't know Auntie Smurf. Much respect to Auntie Smurf. So, Grandpa Johnson connects with Uncle Johnson, and Grandpa Johnson and Uncle Johnson gets in touch with Auntie Smurf. Stay with me, y'all. Stay with me. Stay with me. Stay with me. Grandpa Johnson goes behind his son's back. Grandpa Johnson goes behind his son's back, gets with his brother, Uncle Johnson. They go and find Auntie Smurf. And Auntie Smurf connects them to Grandma Smurf. And so Grandpa Johnson, Uncle Johnson, Auntie Smurf, Grandma Smurf get with Mama Smurf.
Tiffany Griffith can tell you obvious stories, but I don't want to get her involved. So in that mess and that drama, I even talked to Jamal Johnson a couple of times, and it's not something I can savor. It's not something I can give advice to because that's none of my business. But I just hope it one day it works out for the better. I just hope one day it works out for the better. But this right here, this needs to turn around and turn around quickly. Right? Damn all the other naysayers. I say this. Oh, oh, woo! Y'all hit the like button, y'all. Come on, y'all. Hit that like button. Hit the like button. Hit the like, share, and subscribe button. And hit a brother up with a couple of dollars so I can get me some coffee. Hit a brother up with a couple of dollars so I can get me some coffee. Ain't much, like $1 or $2. $2, nigga, $2. Let's continue.
And they arranged for my father behind my back. This is how scandalous your mother is. This is how scandalous your mother is. This is how scandalous your mother is. Grandpa Johnson and Uncle Johnson gets with Auntie Smurf. They get Grandma Smurf, and they arrange with Mama Smurf to see Dr. Umar's baby behind my back without me not being allowed to see my own child. Let me ask all black fathers a question. If you are a black father, can I ask you a question? If you are a black father, I'm asking black men a question. And if anybody want to text me, you know my number, 215-989-9858. 215-989-9858. 215-989-9858. I got a question for black fathers. If you are a father, would you go behind your son's back knowing he can't see his child? Would you go behind your son's back knowing he can't see his child? Would you go behind your son's back knowing he can't see his child? Get with your brother who dated her aunt, get with the grandmom, get with the baby mom, and go spend time with your grandchild against the wishes of your son without your son's knowledge when he can't even see his own baby. Is there any father who would do that? Where the black men at in the chat? Where the black men at in the chat? I'm talking to the black men in the chat. Where y'all at? Brothers, where y'all at? Are there any black men who would go behind their son's back, get with the baby mom, spend time with the grandchild without the son's knowledge, without the son's permission, and doesn't even advocate for his son to see his child, and doesn't even advocate for the son to see his child, and doesn't even advocate for the son to see his child? The elders got together. Isn't that the African way? I guess it is. I guess it is. Without your son's permission, that's not the African way. Without your son's blessing, that's not the African way. Your son can't see his child, but you over there. Your son can't see his child, but you over there. Your son can't see his child, but you over there. And then my brother tells me he got pictures with my daughter in his living room. What the what? What? My
Now I have to address this Negro. Dude, how is it that I'm gonna put it to you this way? How is it that someone buys me a car, you get to drive it, my grandmama get to drive it, everybody get to drive it but me? In other words, I have not seen my baby in quite a while. I haven't seen my baby ever since conception. I've been lied to, yada yada whoop de woo. Everybody's seen my daughter but me. Know what you type in. Know what you type in the chat before you type it. That makes no sense coming out of you. As a matter of fact, I'm so disappointed. I'm so disappointed in you. You don't even make no fucking sense. As a matter of fact, Lisa, handle my light work. Time them out for like time them out for like 30 minutes or something. Time them out. That's dumb shit. That's some stupid shit. I don't say some dumbass shit. So he's gonna deny his father. You damn right. If I haven't seen the child, if I haven't seen my child, think about that. Think about before you start opening your mouth. If I wanted to see my child, I'm hyped up. I'm ready to go. I got my bags packed. I got the hot water. I'm in the car and I'm ready to go. And then you tell me you already have the baby. What? You already have the baby? What are you talking about? We got to get this thing going. You ready? I already have the baby. What you mean you already had the child? I had the child 2 weeks ago. And you didn't tell me? And this, we gotta stop acting so stupid. I mean, if he can admit to his mistakes, y'all, come on, y'all. If he can admit to his mistakes, and I can admit to mine, where is this going? That's crazy. That is codeine crazy. That is codeine crazy. Umar said earlier, the father into going beyond his mother's back in the minute. You know, needed to do. So what's the difference? Wait, wait. Umar said earlier if the daughter and he had to go beyond his mom's back. I want to try to answer your question. The difference was Umar, as militant as he is due to his dad, and possibly one of the reasons why they didn't have a perfect relationship, is because he wanted to teach his daughter a little bit better. He wanted to teach his daughter his style of parenting. I guess this is the reason why she flipped. But mind you, the stepdad was involved. Now, you being remarried or being married to a stepdad, or yeah, you being married to somebody who's a stepdad to this child, and none of you teach them any discipline. She goes off like this, and then calling you, Lisa, would you have your son call you out your name? Just a yes or no. Just a yes or no. Just a yes or no.
my brother told me Grandpop Johnson got pitch. He said he got pictures with your daughter in his house. How in the hell did Grandpop Johnson get pictures with my daughter and I can't even see my own daughter?
Y'all got y'all way of
Can I
thinking.
ask
Got
baby
mine.
mamas, if you are a
That's
mother or a
crazy.
grandmother, can I ask you a question? And I have no disrespect towards Grandma Smurf. She's an elder. She did me wrong, but she's an elder. Much respect to you, Grandma Smurf. I don't hold no animosity for no relatives, brothers, sisters, aunts, uncle, cousins. I hold y'all harmless. Y'all did me dirty, but I hold y'all harmless. But I want to ask a question to the mothers and grandmothers. If you are a mother or grandmother, if
Yeah.
you are a mother or grandmother,
I
would you invite
he
your grandchild's
was the whole.
grandfather
We're
to
talking
your
about the
house
second child. The second
if you
child, not
know
the
he don't
first.
have a good relationship
The
with
second
his
child,
son,
not the first.
to be with his child behind his back? I'm talking to mothers and grandmothers. Would you invite your grandbaby's grandfather over your
Exactly.
house to spend time with your grandbaby when you know him and his father don't get along and he don't want his father around his child, and the baby daddy can't even see his own child? The baby daddy can't even see his own child. But y'all gonna bring Grandpa Johnson, or that's what your mother and grandmother did, and your grandfather did. That's what your mother. I'm not gonna blame your auntie because your auntie could have been innocent. I'm not gonna blame my uncle. My uncle could have been innocent. Should my uncle have told me that he dated my baby mom's aunt? He should have told me that. He should have told me that. My uncle should have told me he dated my baby mom's aunt. It's okay. I was born Jermaine Shoemake anyway. I'm good. I was born Jermaine Shoemake anyway. I'm good. I was born Jermaine Shoemake anyway. I'm good. But anyway, brothers and sisters, one of the reasons I don't mess with my father, and I'm going to say this to you, Grandpa Johnson, since you've been all over the internet slandering me with my enemies. You've been all over the internet. Now, you chilled out the last couple years, and I respect you for that. But nobody's father should be on the internet slandering their son with their enemies. Nobody's father should be on the internet slandering their son with their enemies. Nobody's father should be on the internet slandering their son with his enemies. You spent time with my daughter behind my back. You got close with my enemies slandering me on the internet behind my back. I'm going to respectfully ask you, sir, stay the fuck out of my life and away from my children. I'm not going to tell you no more. I don't mess with you. I do not mess with you. Stay out my life. Stay away from my children. I'm not going to tell your ass no more. Now, let's continue. Baby Smurf.
Uh, well, as I stated before, they never had a perfect relationship due to some crazy reason that, again, Tiffany can vouch for. But I remember when the Sarah Suit and Seti thing happened when Umar was arguing with Sarah Suit and Seti back then. Even though Sarah started it. It's like they were looking for Umar to be the bigger person. But it's like, nah, bro. You yell out my name and you call me out my name and this and that and this and the third, and I'm supposed to respect you for that. Nah, you get thrashed just like everybody else, kid. But he was the one. The father was the one that came out and said he was disappointed in Umar and this and that and this and the third. But it's deeper. It might be deeper than that, but it's like it's not my concern. We had our talks. I had talks with Jamal before, and this was years ago. And it was like this this is not well, it's salvageable, but that's up to him. That's up to Umar to salvage that relationship. Well, let's continue.
Baby Smurf. Baby Smurf. Do you know that you went with me to the Garvey meetings every Sunday at 3 o'clock in North Philadelphia? Ask your mama. The Garveyites of Philadelphia
What
know.
else is new?
Most of them are ancestors now, but you went to the Garvey. I raised you in the UNIA. I was trying to raise you in the UNIA. Baby Smurf was with the Prince of Pan Africanism every Sunday at 3 o'clock at 1609 11 Cecil B. Moore Avenue at the Thomas W. Harvey Hall, international headquarters of the Universal Negro Improvement Association and African Communities League, August 1929 of the world. You was with me every Sunday at the Garvey meetings. We went to the zoo. We went to the museums. We always had fun. We went to the restaurant. Baby Smurf. Baby Smurf. I took you to the Garvey study groups. You was always with your daddy till your mama start running away. You was always with your daddy until your mama start running away. And then you had some Negro on social media said. You had some Negro on social media said. He had supervised visitation. I never had supervised visitation. I had real custody, partial custody, split custody. I never had to sit on the couch. And I never sat on the couch for Baby Smurf. I sat on the couch for the Princess of Pan Africanism. I never sat on the couch for Baby Smurf. I sat on the couch for the Princess of Pan Africanism. I never sat on the couch for Baby Smurf.
Okay, for those who don't know, for those who are confused, when he said the little princess of Pan African, that's the second child. Little baby Smurf is the first child, the 22-year-old. 22-year-old is baby Smurf. The 13-year-old is the prince of you. You get the point.
I sat on the couch for the Princess of Pan Africanism, and that was not a court order because we had never been to court for custody. That was not a court order. We had never been to court for custody because I didn't believe in the courts no more because they didn't help me get my baby for 10 years. I sat on the couch because I was trying to be humble, hoping that the evil vegan would let me see my child. But let me stay on Baby Smurf. We're going to get to the evil vegan in a minute. I wanted both of my babies, and I was happy to be a father.
What you mean?
I wanted both of my babies, and I was happy to be a father.
What does that mean?
I wanted both of my babies, and I was happy to be a father. So somebody said, well, he was too busy with his career. That had nothing to do with it. I'm never too busy for my children. I'm never too busy for my children. I die for, that ain't have nothing to do with it. I wasn't there because I was kept out. It ain't had nothing to do with no speaking, no traveling, no organizing. That's a bunch of cap. I never had a restraining order against me by any woman in my life. If I'm lying, produce it. I never put my hands on a woman in my life. I never put my hands on a woman in my life. If I have a restraining order, can somebody show me? If any woman, anywhere, anytime got a restraining order on me, police report on me, arrest record on me, show me. I was happy to be a father. I was kept out of my children's lives because I wanted to be a father. How many black men know what I'm talking about when I say I was kept out of my children's lives because I wanted to be a father? How many black men understand what I'm saying when I say I was kept out of my children's lives because I wanted to be a father? They kept me out because I wanted to be. Men who don't want to be fathers don't have to be kept away. You don't have to hide the children. You ain't got to go and get custody. Men who...
Now, I will say, you can ridicule me for this if you like, but I'm hearing nowadays that a lot of mothers are kind of scandalous when it comes to this, this whole child support thing. I mean, it's just me. It's just me. And for the simple fact that these men are coming out now and saying we have no moral, no, was it? Yeah, no moral support from the women, and this and that and this and the third. It's getting ugly. Willie Lynch. Willie Lynch. Willie Lynch has done us in. but we don't want to acknowledge the shit. So until you acknowledge it,
Don't want to be involved, they don't go to court. The parents don't hide the kids. It's the men who want to be fathers. When you want to be a father, you go through this shit. When you want to be a father, you go through this. You don't go through this when you're a deadbeat. You go through this when you are a stand-up black man. That's why you go through this. I want to say something else. When Mama Smurf got pregnant, her cousin was pregnant. She had an older cousin or aunt who was pregnant. And her baby daddy decided to marry her. And I think that Mama Smurf felt that she could make me marry her too. Mama Smurf's mother and father were going through a divorce while she was pregnant with my child. And I think a lot of the negative energy that I caught from Mama Smurf had to do with the fact that her mother and father were going through a divorce. I caught a lot of that negative energy from the grandmom Smurf and from Mama Smurf. From Smurf got pregnant on purpose. She stopped taking birth control after she graduated from Millersville University. The pregnancy was intentional. She did it on purpose. And I did not have a problem because I was ready to be a daddy. So it was all good. The pregnancy was not the problem. Nobody told them to get rid of their babies. Nobody told them to get rid of their babies. Nobody. I was ready to be a dad. The pregnancy wasn't the problem. The shotgun marriage was the problem. The pregnancy wasn't the problem. The shotgun marriage was the problem. The pregnancy wasn't the problem. The shotgun marriage was the problem. One time I went over Mama Smurf house and she didn't open the door. And I saw her car outside. And I said, why Mama Smurf not opening the door? Her car is outside. And Mama Smurf finally comes to the door. She says, my mom don't want my dad in the house. My mom don't want my dad in the house. My mom don't want my dad in the house. And I'm like, but that's his house. He live here. They're going through a divorce, but he paid the bills, you know. It ain't none of my business, but why would you not let your father in the house? So I knew Mama Smurf had a little bit of daddy issues. She didn't have as many daddy issues as the evil vegan, as you will soon find out. But Mama Smurf had some daddy issues. Mom and dad was going through a divorce. So I caught a lot of the divorce energy. I caught a lot of the divorce between Grandpa Smurf and Mama Smurf. I caught a lot of that energy that probably wasn't even meant for me, but I caught that energy. I think that's all I want to say.
Stop hating
on Mama Smurf and Baby Smurf. I'm going.
You really need to stop hating, Ali. You really need to stop hating on men. Ain't you married to one? You really need to stop hating on men. It's disgusting. You wonder why we can't even get anywhere in society because you just constantly keep hating on men. I would never hate on a woman. Your truths, not the truth. You can. I wish for you to write a book on it. I would write a book and I will slander that book. I will slash that book. You know what I'm saying? Because what you're doing is you're lying. You're doing something, and you're lying out here to the people that men. There are no good men out there, and I'm not saying Umar's a good man. He could be a better man. That's what I can say. He can be a better man. But not everybody's perfect. Not everybody's perfect. Not, he's going to get through it. He is going to get through it. Yes, and I don't understand these abusive men. Do we have a crystal ball? Do we have power to generate a crystal ball? How is it that we're supposed to know when we're single to know what woman is right for us? How do we know? And vice versa. How do women know what men out there is good? It's called communication. I've been telling you that. Communication and this is the thing I agree on. You go out there and you play the field, right? Just play the field. Hopefully you strike. Hopefully you when you hit the ball you strike. You don't strike out as much, right? Oh, there's more. Oh, there's some more. Don't worry. There's there's much more, much more because he came out with the second one. There's much more. I gotta cue it up. But how is it that a woman? How is it a woman supposed to know what men are good out here? I mean, ain't there like 7 million of us and like 9 million of y'all or 10 million of y'all? It's hard in the dating market. It is very hard. But I believe we can do better. We communicate. You know how we can do better? Get off the internet. Get off the internet. That's how you can get better. Get the hell off the internet and explore. Ali, you have your situation, right? You're married, right? It worked out for you, correct? Lisa, you're married. It worked out for you, right? You didn't have to go on the freaking internet. Yeah, how's that working out? How's it working out for these Negroes? Judo passport. How's it working out for them? They getting destroyed. These passport bros are getting destroyed, and they want to come back home. Oh my God, it's the same as the United States of America. They're just as worse. Some of them stick to their own. Some of the people out there they stick to their own, and they know the game. They have internet too. They know the game, and this is the reason why when they pull your pants down, and you feel good all about yourself, and all of a sudden they ain't near you no more, and you're doing the penguin blowjob. You ever heard of the penguin blowjob? The penguin blowjob. You ever heard of that? When a woman pulls a man's pants down, and he's thinking she's going to proceed to give him that work, but she gets up and she walks away. He said, "Where are you going?" It's like, "I done my job." It's like, "What is this?" It's called the penguin blowjob. And he has his pants all the way down his ankles. And he's like, "Wait a minute! This crowd is slow. Jesus." Get a passport, cut down on some of the degeneracy. Hmm. Excellent. Shut up. Y'all slow as the back of the bus. Jeez. Anyway, hold on. Hold on a second. Hold on a second. Hit the like. Hit the like. Hit the like. Hit the like. As I queue up the second. Let me see. That's the second one. It might take long as hell. It might take long as hell to do it. Thank you. Oh boy. Oh boy, 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 boy. Let's see. Wrestling is starting to get a little good. Wrestling is starting to get good. Let me see. Did he come out with the? If I can find it on here, we are good. Otherwise, we can just go ahead and just queue it up or whatever. Oh my! Look who's doing a video, y'all. It's your favorite boy, Craig. That your boy doing a video as we speak. It didn't take that long because he's getting money. He's getting money out of it. He is getting money out of it, and I hope he gets sued. But anyway, nah, he ain't come out with it yet. He ain't come out with it yet. So this is what we gonna do. We go to Insta. This is what we're gonna do. Lennon out of this freak. Uh, let me see. I'll go to this freak's channel. Let me see. Hopefully he don't spot it. He's too stupid to spot stuff. Let me see. He's way too stupid to spot stuff. Let's see.
Man, he's still going. Umar, come on.
Special shout out to my Sweden Africans. I was in Sweden when this whole scandal popped off. Shout out to all the brothers and sisters in Sweden, Scandinavia.
Wow.
See what I mean? That's Lennon. Yeah, the real scandal. The real scandaler. The real scandaler. But let us not haste. Let us not waste haste.
I want to say peace and Pan-Africanism to all my continental Africans. I love Africa. I love the motherland. I love my people.
This is
Good
part
Garvey
two.
Day to my fellow citizens
This is
of
part
the Republic
two.
of Ghana. Good Garvey Day to my fellow citizens of the Republic of Ghana. Good Garvey Day to my fellow citizens of the Republic of Ghana. Wearing my South Africa Scully that I got in South Africa, my Zulu Africans, my Xhosa Africans, my Khoi Africans, my Swazi Africans, Basutu Africans, Eswatini Africans, South Sudanese Africans, Sudanese Africans, Congolese Africans, Rwandan Africans, Ugandan Africans, my Caribbean Africans, my Africans of Asia, my Africans of Europe, my Australian Africans, my Melbourne Africans, my Sydney Africans, my Texas Africans, my Philly Africans, my California Africans, my Tennessee Africans, my Missouri Africans. This is your big brother, Dr. Umar Ifatunde. Part 2, Baby Mama Trauma, the Evil Vegan. Part 2, Baby Mama Trauma, the Evil Vegan. Part 2, Baby Mama Trauma, the Evil Vegan. My daughters were conceived 9 years, 2 months apart. My daughters were conceived 9 years, 2 months apart. Baby Smurf will be 23 years old in a few weeks. The princess of Pan-Africanism is 13. Baby Smurf will be 23 years old in a couple of weeks. Baby Smurf will be 23. The princess of Pan-Africanism is 13. From birth until about age 6 or 7, I tried to work with the evil vegan to get some kind of custody worked out for my daughter. From birth until about age 6 or 7, I tried to work with the evil vegan to get some kind of a custody agreement for the princess of Pan-Africanism, my youngest daughter. I used to go spend time with my baby on grandma's vegan couch, not no court order. I was just trying to be humble, hoping I would sooner or later get an opportunity to spend some time alone with my daughter. My 13-year-old baby has only spent one day in her life with her father away from her mother. My 13-year-old daughter has only spent one day in her entire life with her father away from the mother. And that was because her mother had an appointment or she had to go out of town, and her mother couldn't keep my daughter. So she allowed me to have my daughter that one day. And I remember she said that she had never slept that well before. She said my daughter had never slept through the night. Well, her one and only night at her father's house, she slept through the night with her ancestors without waking up at all. I remember the evil vegan said that never happened in her house. Evil vegan says she cannot sleep through the night, but her one and only night with her father is she slept through the entire night. I call her
You might be
vegan
right,
because she's
Fred.
vegan. Her and her mother are very well-known vegan chefs in the city of Philadelphia. They have a restaurant. They were Dr. Sabi's main people in Philadelphia. Rest in peace to the late, great Dr. Sabi. Rest in peace to the late, great Dr. Sabi. They were Dr. Sabi's main people in Philadelphia. Okay, Dr. Sabi would stay with them when he used to come and visit Philadelphia. That's why I call her the evil vegan. I don't want to use her government name out of respect for my daughter's privacy. I don't want to use the mother's legal names out of respect for my daughter's privacy. So let me get right into this with the evil vegan. This is going to blow your mind. This is going to
Evil vegan.
This is, you might want to sit down for this one. Brothers and sisters, you want to sit down for this one. And I'm going to say this with respect because I have to say some things that are very sensitive, but they have to be said so my truth can be told. And I want the evil vegan to understand something. I want baby mom number 2, the evil vegan, to understand something. I want baby mom number 2, the evil vegan, to understand something. When you called my oldest daughter, you put yourself in this situation. When you gave my oldest daughter your number to text you, and I can't even text my child, you put yourself in this situation. When you posted on your social media that I don't see my daughter because I'm too busy running around the world and I don't keep any of my appointments with my child, you lied on me and you put I had to do this. This became necessary. I gave you 2 weeks to contact me. You didn't, so here we go. And if anybody wants to interview me with either baby mom, I'm all for it. And you know I don't mess with struggle streamers. You know I don't mess with struggle streamers. You know I don't mess with struggle streamers. But if you can get Mama Smurf or the evil vegan to the studio, I'm coming. Yes, I will do a sit down with Mama Smurf and the evil vegan on anybody's platform. I don't have nothing to hide. That's right. Get them to your radio studio. Get them on your struggle streamer platform. Get the evil vegan and Mama Smurf, one of them or both of them. It don't matter to me. One of them or both of them, and I will be there. If anybody think I'm lying, get either baby mom. This got to be in person. I don't want no Zoom. I don't want no damn Zoom. Face to face in the studio, and I will be there. You have my word, and my word is born. So, Mama Smurf and evil vegan, same age, same complexion, same birth month, same scam, same keep away. Both of them had daddy trauma. Now, the evil vegan told me that her father, rest in peace, to the ancestor. The evil vegan told me that her father, rest in peace to the ancestor, was emotionally abusive to her and her mother and her brother. The evil vegan told me that her father was emotionally abusive to her, her mother, and her brother.
Yeah, if we any decent human being would pray for this family. Any decent human being would pray for this family. Any decent human being would pray for this family because it's not supposed to be this way. It's not. But people gonna run with it. People gonna run circles around this shit. Collect cash apps. I didn't even get a cash app yet, and I didn't even ask for one. All I asked for $2 or whatever. But they're gonna get tens and twenties and thirties and whatever off of this man's name. Not even necessarily his name, but he's the main corporate. But it's more of the daughter and how she's been acting and blah 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 blah. Is one of the reasons why I stayed away. I stayed away out of the respect for him. That's why I stayed away.
I'm only saying that because I want my young black men to understand that when you date a woman who has baby daddy trauma, you are playing with fire. Make that woman get some therapy or leave her alone because she will ruin your life. I'm going to say it again. Young black men, I hope you listening to me. When you date a woman who has been abused by her father, who got daddy issues, you better make that woman get some therapy or she will ruin your damn life. Anyway, me and the evil vegan dated for about 2 years. I met her through an acquaintance at the African American Museum of Philadelphia, where I was holding a regular monthly lecture series after me and Dr. Julius Garvey had co-headed the exoneration program for the Honorable Marcus Garvey held by the UNIA ACL, of which I was Minister of Education at the time. The museum enjoyed my facilitation of the Garvey exoneration program at the African American Museum of Philadelphia at 6th and Arch. And we negotiated for me to do a free lecture series. I was introduced at the lecture series to the evil vegan by a mutual acquaintance. We dated for about 2 years. We stopped dating when I started my pre-doctoral internship in Ewing, Trenton, New Jersey. With my shout out to my Ewing, New Jersey Africans. Shout out to my Trenton, New Jersey Africans. I was in Ewing and Trenton for a whole year from 2008, 2009. The evil vegan. She came over my apartment during the internship. We hadn't seen each other for a minute, almost a year. And she told me her father had joined the ancestors. Rest in peace to the elder, the ancestor. No disrespect. And when she told me her father joined the ancestors, she had no remorse, no pain, no grief. And I'm sitting there like, what daughter loses their father and has no remorse? Now, I know she told me he was emotionally abusive. My father was too. But if he died today or tomorrow, I'm going to shed some tears because I love my father. Brothers and sisters, as God is my witness, when that woman came to my apartment during my internship year,
You admitted a bunch of like we all have to we all have to be held in account for what we do in this life. And I'm sure he has many nights, believe it or not, Ali, that this man has many nights where he has prayed for forgiveness for what he has done. And often he has said profusely, and I have the clip for that, but I ain't got time to be playing with that before, like I said, before all this stuff happened, 3 years ago, 4 years ago, damn near 12 years ago, he was talking about this very same thing. Very, not very loosely, but he tried to keep it on a tight leash. But often people ask him about it because it's came up more than once, and he had to address it. And he held himself accountable, but he also held the baby mama accountable too. And even Tiffany confirms that's an ain't shit, that's an ain't shit mom. Tiffany be off the chain with it though. But I do pray that these two get back together and as a family. But that's going to take some years. That's going to take a while. But let's start with the daughter first. Let the mother and the daughter somehow heal their wounds because those wounds are that big and they need to be sealed. They need to be that wound needs to be treated, right? But people will prey on their downfall all the time. It is what it is.
And told me her father passed and showed me no grief at all. I said to myself, you better never get her pregnant. You better never get her pregnant. If you get her pregnant, you are going to catch hell. We talking about baby mom number two, the evil vegan. And so about a year or two later, my dumbass made the mistake of linking. She had an IUD, intrauterine
I'm
device.
not a
She
feminist.
had that IUD in the whole time we dated 2 years consecutive.
I'm so
Never got pregnant.
I'm so sorry if you feel that way, but I'm not a feminist. I'm not a feminist like you. I don't go around parading black men's downfalls. I just don't. Now, dumbasses can get this work, but men who actually want to do the work, who wants to be in their child's lives, who wants to do right by by a black female, yeah, I'm going to vouch for that. Everybody makes mistakes. Everybody makes bad choices. You live and you learn. You don't do it anymore. In his case, he believes in polygamy, so I don't even know how that situation. I don't even know about all that. But by God, you got to stop all that hating. Get all that hate out your heart.
Never thought she was pregnant. We link back up 2 years later, a year after the internship. She came to my apartment. She came to my apartment, Chestnut Hill Village. She came to my apartment.
I said all that.
We made black magic. We
Be
did
more.
sushi
I
chat.
said all that.
The evil
That's
vegan
him.
called me. It wasn't even a week. And she said, I'm
You
pregnant.
should have heard what he said about the father.
I said, wait a minute. How you pregnant? You use an IUD. You ain't pregnant.
Kanye
She
West.
said, no birth control is 100%. I
Nah,
said, uh-oh. She said, no birth control is 100%. I said, how you know so quickly that you pregnant? How you know already? And the evil vegan said, I know my body. I know my body. I know my body. I said, boom, she got you. This was no accident. I've never heard of a woman telling a man within days, that I'm pregnant. And then I say, how you get pregnant with an IUD? You never got pregnant before. This was a one night stand after 2 years. This was damn near a one-night stand after 2 years. You never got pregnant when I was seeing you every day. She said, no birth control is 100% effective. But I want to give the evil vegan a little bit of credit. You know why? Because after my baby girl was born, she admitted in her mama house. We got into an argument over custody. And I said something like, you trapped me. And she admitted it. She finally said, quote, we already have established that. Can we move on? Quote, we
Damn.
already established that. Can we move on? I said, you trapped me. She said, we already established that. Can we move on?
Dang. Dang. What you got to say to that, Ali? What you got to say to that, feminists? What you got to say about that? Damn, that's crazy.
So I'm saying to myself, the evil vegan knows my oldest daughter, mom, had kept me out of her life. So I'm hoping that the evil vegan is not going to do this to me too, right? Because we've already been through this. Now, the evil vegan was married before. Mama Smurf was never married before me. The evil vegan was married before. Mama Smurf was not married before me. The evil vegan was married before. Mama Smurf was never married before me. So the evil vegan and her husband, respect to you, sir. I know your name. I'm not going to say it. I respect you. You have a great son. I always told your son when I was around my daughter that whenever I take her out, I would take him out. Of course, her mother never let me take her out in 13 years. But you have a good son, sir. I got nothing but respect for you. You've never disrespected me. I'm not going to disrespect you. Okay, you're only a part of this story because it's a part of the story. So, with all due respect, and I say this with all grace and respect for the ex-husband and for the evil vegan, they had two beautiful children. One is still with us, the young prince. He's the same age as baby Smurf. They have one son. He's the same age as baby Smurf, respectable young kid. They lost their baby daughter to a tragic car accident. Rest in peace to the princess. They lost.
Yeah, he had already he already admitted it to the two daughters being his. He been admitted that.
Lost their baby daughter to a tragic car accident. Rest in peace to that princess. Beautiful little girl. I saw the picture. No mom, no dad should lose their child. There's no laughs. There's no jokes. There's no none of that. They lost the baby, and we're going to show respect. They lost their daughter. No fault of their own. No fault of their own. They lost their daughter. Rest in peace as an infant. She was an infant when they lost her. She was an infant when they lost her. Rest in peace to the baby. I had to say this because you can only understand why I'm not in my daughter's life if you have all of the information. Because I'm not going over this again unless it's in front of one of them or both of them together. So, according to the evil vegan.
But you knew he was coming out with it.
According to the evil vegan, the loss of their beautiful child, their daughter, broke up their marriage. According to her, a big reason that her and the ex-husband broke up is the loss of the child. They got a divorce. From what I have seen, from what I have presumed, from what I've seen, they never stopped dealing with each other long term. Let me say it again. The evil vegan and her ex-husband never stopped dealing with each other. They were still involved with each other because I think she told me that she was his first love and he was her first love. I think she told me he was her first love and she was his first love. So they were first loves. First loves, married, divorced. They lost a child through a tragedy, no fault of their own. Rest in peace to the princess. At some point around the time she gets pregnant by me, at some point around the time she gets pregnant by me, her ex-husband gets a girlfriend. He gets the girlfriend pregnant with a female child. The ex-husband gets the girlfriend pregnant with a female child. I think y'all know where this is going. I think y'all know where this is going. I think y'all know where this is going. The ex-husband gets his girlfriend pregnant. Ain't nothing funny about this, bro. Ain't nothing funny. The ex-husband gets his girlfriend pregnant with a female child. They lost their daughter, and he goes and makes a daughter with another woman. They lost their daughter. He goes and makes a daughter with another woman. That crushed the evil vegan. She was hurt because the evil vegan loves that man to death. She loves him. She absolutely loves her ex-husband. Trust me, no ifs, ands, or buts. I never met him, but I think they were meant to be together for life. I really do. She loves that man. When he got the girlfriend pregnant with a female child, she was crushed. But hope was not lost because they could still get remarried and have another daughter themselves. Hope was not lost because they could still get remarried and have another child. But guess what the ex-husband does now? Again, respect to you, sir. I can't say you was right or wrong. I don't know your side of the story. It's none of my business. I'm only telling it because it's part of my business now. After the ex-husband gets the girlfriend pregnant with a female child, after the ex-husband gets the girlfriend pregnant with the female child, he decided to marry her. The evil vegan went from hurt to trauma. When the ex-husband decided to marry the girlfriend who he impregnated with a female child, he eliminated forever the evil vegan's dream of reconnecting with her husband and having another daughter. He shattered it. He shattered it. He shattered it. If he never impregnates that woman, all due respect to her, if he never marries that woman, we probably would not have a daughter right now. If he never impregnates his girlfriend, if he never decides to marry his girlfriend, we never have our beautiful baby. And I thank God for my daughter every day. She looks just like her father. Baby Smurf looks just like her mother. I love her just the same, though. I love both my daughters the same. But the princess of Pan-Africanism looks just like Dr. Jermaine Shoemake. She looks just like Dr. Jermaine Shoemake. So anyhow, I didn't know all this. I didn't know all this. I didn't know this. So we go to the first prenatal appointment, brothers and sisters. I want to take you back to October of 2010 when I took over the global Black consciousness movement. I want to take you back to October of 2010 when I took over the global Black consciousness movement. I want to take you back to October of 2010 when I took over the global Black consciousness movement. We conceived the princess of Pan-Africanism a week before, 2 weeks before, or a week after the Chicago interview that made me a legend. The Chicago interview was September 18th, 2010. So we conceived early September of 2010 or the next week after the Chicago interview. So anyway, she says she's pregnant. I beg her, please don't do me like my first daughter's mother. Let me be a dad. I beg the evil vegan, please don't do me like my first daughter's mother. Let me be a father. I beg the evil vegan, please don't do this to me. Let me be a father to my child. She says she wouldn't. We know how that ends up. So we go to the first doctor's appointment, me and the evil vegan. She picks me up. I think she's driving. I drove with her, but I could have drove, but I drove with her. We do the first prenatal, month number 1, pregnancy number 1. And I had planned to go to every prenatal just like I did with my first baby. I had planned to go to every prenatal. We come out of the first prenatal appointment. We're sitting in her car. Dr. Umar, the evil vegan. Dr. Umar, the evil vegan. Dr. Umar, the evil vegan. And she says, "Can I ask you a question?" I said, "Sure, baby. What's your question?" "Can I ask you a question?" "Sure, what's your question?" And this is her question. I need y'all to listen to me. Listen, listen, listen. She said, "I'm working on a movie on my life. There will be a Dr. Umar movie. I'm going to write it up. I'm going to pitch it to Tyler Perry. There will be a Dr. Umar movie. I'm working on it now. And I'm going to pitch it to Tyler Perry." Anyway, she says, "Should I let my son, who we are going to call Junior, and the ex-husband we're going to call Senior," she said, "should I let Junior be in his father's wedding? His father is getting married. Should I let Junior be in Senior's wedding? Should I let my son be in his father's wedding?" And I said, "Why would you not? That's his father. He should be in his father. If his father is getting married, he should be in the father's wedding." And guess what she said? Guess what she said? Guess what she said? She said, "It is not his weekend for visitation." Did y'all hear that? I'm going to say it again. This is the first prenatal doctor's appointment. This is the first prenatal doctor's appointment. She is pregnant with Dr. Umar's baby, but I'm not doctor yet. I'm 2 years away from that. I'm not doctor yet. I'm a full-time PhD student. She's well aware. I'm the biggest name in Philadelphia Black consciousness. She's well aware. I'm the Prince of Pennsylvania. She's well aware. But I am not Dr. Umar yet. I am not King Kong consciousness just yet. She says, "Should I let my son be in his father's wedding?" And I said, "Yes, that's his father." And she said, "It is not his weekend for visitation." Brothers and sisters, my mouth dropped wide open. I just had an epiphany. My ancestors just brought me the clue to this whole pregnancy out of the mouth of my daughter's mother. My ancestors helped me solve the whole pregnancy. That was divine intervention. That was, what is the chances of your baby mom being so reckless and so careless with her mouth as to ask you on the first prenatal visit, should she let the son be in the ex-husband's wedding? And when you say yes, she says it's not his weekend for visitation. I said, "Oh my God, this woman is trying to catch me up in a love triangle." And then she tells me, "You're supposed to marry me because I'm your daughter's mother." Deja vu, Mama Smurf Part 2. You're supposed to marry me. I'm your daughter's mother. Deja vu, Mama Smurf Part 2. And then she says, "You're supposed to marry me. I'm your daughter's mother." Deja vu, Mama Smurf Part 2. And I told her, "I am not going to marry you because you want to get back at your ex-husband. You do not bring children into this world to make other people jealous. Your husband made you jealous by getting that woman pregnant, and then he made you more jealous by marrying her. So you get pregnant by me to get even with him. You get pregnant by me to get even with him. You get pregnant by me to get even with him. And then I'm supposed to marry you because he married her. And when I told her I'm not marrying her just because she pregnant, when I know you doing this as part of a love triangle revenge tour, you want me to marry you as part of a love triangle revenge tour? You want me to marry you as part of a love triangle revenge tour? No. So guess what, brothers and sisters? When I told her I was not going to marry her just because she was pregnant, and I wasn't going to marry her so she can get revenge on the ex-husband, guess what she does? She cuts me out all remaining prenatal visits. I was not allowed to attend any other prenatal visits. I begged her. I begged her, let me be there for you. She said no. She said no. She said, I do not need you. When I drove back from Harlem, New York, October the 30th of 2010, when I became an instant legend overnight, I was on the phone with her begging to go to the next prenatal. October, the day I blew up in New York City. When I drove back to Philly that night, I was on the phone with her begging to go to the prenatal. She cut me out. She wouldn't let me go to no prenatals. I went to all the baby Smurfs prenatals, only the first prenatal for the Princess of Pan Africanism. I went to all of baby Smurfs prenatals, only the first prenatal for the Princess of Pan Africanism, because the mom kept me out. And then she tells me the due date. And then she tells me the due date. I said, no problem. I will be there for you. She said, I'm not having my baby in the hospital. I'm having my baby in the birthing center. I agreed with that because when baby Smurf was born, they gave her mom a C-section. And I didn't think her mom need no C-section, but her mother took that epidural. And I told Mama Smurf, don't take that epidural. And Mama Smurf took that epidural anyway. And the doctor starts saying it's messing with baby Smurf heart rate. So we got to hurry up and cut you open so there won't be no birth complications. And so baby Smurf was born of a cesarean section because Mama Smurf wanted to be hard-headed and not listen to a baby daddy. Baby Smurf was born of a C-section because Mama Smurf wanted to be hard-headed and not listen to her baby daddy. So
All right, we're gonna let this breathe a little bit. So, any questions, inquiries, jab backs, whatever. Um, like I said, it's a hot mess. Okay, it is really, truly a hot ass mess. But this is the decision that comes out of a grown man. He can make his own decisions of what he wants to do. I just want to just let this breathe a little bit because it's a lot to take in. And what sucks or what's worse is we haven't heard from the baby mama. I don't think we'll ever hear. Well, I don't want to say ever, but ever. We. I mean, some women, most women, want to hear from the two baby mamas, and you'll be surprised when he says if that happens, if that ever happens, if they go on Tasha K talking ish, he's going right on there with him and clearing all that stuff up. You better show that paperwork. I mean, it's stupid, real stupid, right? Stupid is, stupid does. That's how life works. Do you think it's okay to bring up the dead child? What dead child? He was being sincere. What are you talking about? They were talking about their situations before his. And he was being sincere when he said, I mean, rest in peace to the child that passed on. You'll just find anything. Ali just find anything, yo. Ali hate Dr. Umar, and I get it. I truly get it. I truly get it. But if he was with some white, but if he was with some white chicks, this would be a different conversation on it. This would be a different conversation altogether if he was with white chicks. Yeah. Yes, like, share, and subscribe. Like, share, and subscribe. Lisa, how you feeling? How you feeling, bud? He said the reason why the evil vegan had a baby with Umar is because she was trying to replace the 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 situation that happened with her baby father, the first baby father, the situation that happened with the first baby father. Becky and Stephanie let him. Becky and Stephanie let him see the child. But she gonna clap back. She gonna probably clap back on TikTok. I'm not gonna watch it. I'm not gonna watch it. I am watching Lennon though, just in case he wanted to flip out on Jamal. Just in case. Okay, he said stop messing with me. Okay, bugaboo. I got your bugaboo, bitch. I got your bugaboo. Come at me that same way. Utah ain't too far from Vegas. Utah is like that's like a 5 hour drive from here. I will meet him at a gas. I will meet him at a fucking gas station. All right, okay, okay. Blessings to you. No, the fuck they wouldn't let him. No, the fuck they wouldn't let him. Are you talking about you? Yeah, y'all still talking about that child? Is that where Lennon lives? Yep. I told you that nigga moved from L.A. to Utah off of y'all's dime, not mine. But I'm gonna let D. Durrell tell you that. You go over to it. You go over to his. I think he did a previous. Yeah, when he was interviewing the father, he was telling all in his business, which is true, which is very very true. Road trip. Road tripping to Vegas is the only reason anyone passes through. He banned me. Who banned you? Who banned who? What are you talking about? Who banned who? Lennon banned you? I wonder why. Oh, D. Durrell. Ah, D. Durrell banned you. I wonder why. See, D. Durrell. See, I've given you grace versus D. Durrell. D. Durrell, he has some. He doesn't have a lot of patience. I do. I don't know why. I've given you grace. All that crap you talking. Why you do that? Why you do that anyway? All right, let's continue.
When the evil vegan says, I'm going to have my baby at the birthing center, when the evil vegan said, I'm going to have my baby at the birthing center, I said, no problem. When it's time to go in, let me. I would have knew when it was time to go in, but she never allowed me to go to no more appointments, and I'm about to tell you why. So,
Respectful.
2 weeks before the evil vegan is due to give birth to my baby,
I'm a happy
I
mother
call her up.
that trying
I
to
says, "Hey, evil vegan,
baby's mind.
you're about to have a baby in 2 weeks. I want to be there. Tell me what the plan. Am I picking you up? Are we going in a few days early? Do they have to induce?" And she says, with no emotion at all, "My daughter is already here. My daughter is already here. My daughter is already here." I said, "Excuse me?" She says she's already here. She was born a few weeks ago. I said, "Why didn't you invite me to the birth of my child?" "I didn't think you wanted to be there." "How in the hell did you think I didn't want to be there when I told you I wanted to be there, when I begged you to go to the prenatals and
Just
you
trying to
kept me
take
out
link
of the
ratings.
birth of my child?" I was so upset. I said, "Can I come see her?" She did.
No, what it is, T Bone? I wouldn't want none of them Negroes or niggas. If it ever went down and they turned on Lennon and they came over my live chat, I'd be like, get out. Y'all are a disgrace. I don't care about I don't care how many people are in the chat. I don't care. It doesn't matter to me. I want real people. I don't want fake, phony mother. Please, y'all fake and phony. Just because he was whooping your ass, he was whooping your ass with facts, and y'all want to turn. And then all of a sudden, it was a dramatic change. Everybody in the cookie coon chat turned on him, and then they gonna say, "Yeah, we don't like you, right?" Nah, I don't want to hear it. Nah, stay your ass over there. I don't want nobody over there. I don't want nobody that's been over there to come over here. Keep that same energy, fam. Keep that same energy. I'm good. I am good. I am great. Yo, give me slide me a dollar or two. You slide me a dollar or two. Put it in the super chat. Put it in the cash app. Slide me a dollar or two. Hit the like. Hit the like. Share and subscribe. I'm trying to get the two. I'm trying to get the 2,000 wow. I'm trying to get to that 2,000 wow. She didn't let him come to the birth to be vin, vindictive. She didn't want to come to the birth for having being vindictive. Ain't that something? You're live the same time he is, but you got to stay off of a shit. Nope. Nah. Because how does he bore you? How does he, with his boring ass, says the same one liner and gets every. And you know what? Vaughn was right. All he does is wash, rinse, and repeat. Wash, rinse, and repeat. But he gets people to watch his stuff. I say something different. I mix it up at times. And I'm doing better than I did before. But I could be doing a whole lot better. I'm not. It's not like Priscilla, right? When I was talking about Priscilla, I was having like 30, 40, 50, 60. One time I had 185. I tapped out 183. I said, "This is scary. This is scary, man." Because we weren't even talking about Priscilla. I can't go back to that. I can't go back to Priscilla. the Priscilla nonsense. For those who don't know who Priscilla is, you need to look her up. You need to look her up. He got them lonely black women watching. Well, I'm not going there with you. Let's go.
Didn't let me come see her initially. She didn't let me come see her initially. I think she waited a few weeks, and then she finally let me come over Grandma Vegan house to see my daughter. When I finally saw my daughter, she was more than a month old. Remember, I'm the first person to touch baby Smurf. The white man gave me my daughter first, baby Smurf. The real vegan denied me that chance. The real vegan denied me the right to be present for the birth of my baby. And so when I go over Grandma Vegan house, I see my baby, and I knew she was mine because I had a dream. I had a nightmare that my baby was suffocating under a car. And it was the ancestors telling me that my daughter had birth complications. And then the real vegan confirmed that she had birth complications. And I told her, I saw her in my dream. The ancestors told, while you was giving birth to my daughter, my ancestors came and told me you was having trouble, but I didn't know it was you because they had a car. You were represented by an automobile, so I didn't know it was you. But looking back at the dream, it was the birthing table. And my daughter almost was suffocated by her own umbilical cord, according to the ancestral dream that I had. So I knew she was my daughter. But I told the real vegan that we have to get a blood test. I just need to be sure. And she didn't like it, just like baby Smurf, deja vu. Mama Smurf, deja vu. She didn't want no blood test. I said, listen, you didn't let me go to no appointments. You didn't let me come to the birth. Oh, and guess what else, brothers and sisters? The evil vegan, she didn't give my daughter my last name or the middle name. She didn't give the princess of Pan-Africanism the last name or the middle name. I named my baby a Zulu name, just like baby Smurf has a Zulu middle name.
A domination.
And you know what the real vegan told me? The real vegan said, my brother does not like that name. What? My brother does not like that name. Now, her and her brother are like 2 years apart. She's older than him. And she told me that my daughter, can't have the African middle name I chose because her brother don't like it. What the fuck your brother got to do with me and my child? What does your brother got to do with me and my child? What does your brother got to do with me and my child? So she didn't give my daughter my middle name. She didn't give my daughter my last name. She didn't invite me to the birth. She didn't invite me to no maternity appointments. I was completely isolated. And I'm going to tell y'all why. Y'all want to know why? I believe with all my heart that the real vegan was not sure if I was the father or if the ex-husband was the father. Listen. I believe that the evil vegan was not sure if I was the father or if the ex-husband was the father. And because she was not sure if I was the father or if the ex-husband was the father, she kept me completely out of the picture in case I was not the father. Did she tell him he was the father while she was pregnant to try to sabotage the wedding? I don't know. Did she tell her ex-husband that he was the father to try to sabotage the wedding? I don't know. But what I do know is I don't think she was sure. I don't think she was sure. And she did not want me playing daddy only for me to get a blood test and find out later that I was not the father. She wanted it to be the ex-husband. She wanted to destroy his wedding and she wanted her family back. She wanted to destroy that man's wedding and she wanted her family back. She wanted to destroy that man's wedding and she wanted that family back. So I know she didn't want me to be the dad. I was just the rebound. She wanted him to be the father. But in case it wasn't him, she needed me. to believe I was the father, and ultimately I was. And when I decided not to marry her, in her mind, what do I need you for? I have my replacement daughter. You can kick rocks. All I needed you for was a replacement daughter. I lost my daughter. I always wanted another one. Thank you for the baby. You go have a nice life. I lost my daughter. I always wanted another daughter. Thank you for giving me a daughter. You can go and kick rocks. I lost my daughter. I always wanted another daughter. Thank you for the daughter, Umar Johnson. You can go and kick rocks. If you're not going to marry me, I have no need for you because after all, I'm in love with my ex-husband and I'm still mad that he got his fiance pregnant and is going to marry her. Y'all want to know why she kept me from my daughter for 13 years? Now you know. Now you know.
Sure, it's so easy. It's so easy to put it on the mom. It's very easy to put it on the mother. But when two of them talking, or three, my bad, because it's the first baby mama, the second baby mama, and then him. When all three of them get to talking, and you have a live crowd audience there, who do you think is going to side with who? Who do you think is going to side with who? Again, put a one in the chat if you think this is Umar's fault. Let's do this one more time. Put a two in the chat if you think this is the baby mama's fault. Or put a three in there and say it's both their faults. Put a three in there and say it's both their faults. This one, and this is for this one. This is for this one. I would say I will give it a three. I will give it a three. Who said one? The word, you put one there? So you think this is Umar's fault? That's a first. Because usually men would crash out over the women. This is a first. This is a first. Now see, you got a plethora of people saying that this is ooh, Craig, we ain't stunting you. We are not stunting you, sir. He meant three. Craig meant three and not four. He said it's the white man's fault.
And let me give you a little anecdotal evidence. One day I'm on grandma vegan couch visiting my baby. Because I was involved until about 6 or 7,
Can everybody hear me?
until I had to become full-time caregiver for one of my loved ones. So I didn't have enough time to keep chasing her. She wanted me to chase her forever. When I stopped chasing her around 6 or 7, she took me to child support court. The real vegan took me to child support court when I stopped chasing her. She was having fun. She was having fun with me begging to see my daughter. She was having fun with me having couch time at grandma's house with my daughter. She never let me spend time alone with my daughter. And when
You talking about T-Bone? You talking about the courts, or you talking about the baby mamas?
I stopped chasing her around, she took me to child support. I can no longer fight because I had to take care of somebody who I love near and dear to my heart full time. And that's a lot of work. And I just couldn't do it no more. Hoping that she would just one day call me and say, let's make this work for your daughter. That's not right. She never called. So one day I'm sitting on grandma's couch with the princess of Pan-Africanism. One day I'm sitting on grandma's couch with the princess of Pan-Africanism. And her ex-husband fiance calls her. Her ex-husband fiance called and she says, I'm coming to pick up Junior. Can you have him ready? I'll be there in about 45 minutes. I'm watching.
I hear what you're saying. I hear what you're saying, word. but it takes two to tango. It takes two to make a child. It's that simple. It's between you and the person that you're getting pregnant. Soon as she opens up your legs, anybody with common sense would have just said no. But heat of passion, things happen. They took responsibility for it, but the only difference is she started playing games. It's like I literally wanted to go and see my kids, but you want to make a big fuss about it. You wanted to make a big fuss about it, and you wonder why men don't have relationships with their daughter or their sons. True, men do carry the seeds. True, men are responsible for being the birth fathers to their birth kids. I get it. But at the same time, there ain't no way in hell that I can make this child all by myself. That's why men would just rather just take lotion and call it a night. I mean, this is what they're saying. This is what they're saying right now because they don't want to deal with the drama. All they want is peace. In order to have peace, you got to get ready for war. In order to have peace, you for me, if I want that much peace, I'll be with the Lord right now. But thank you, God, I'm still alive. There goes your peace right there. Once your children are birthed, born, fed, grown up, fed discipline, love, respect, honor, trust, all them things. Once they grow up and get up out the house, once they graduate high school, once they go to college and they get their certificate or they get their degree and everything, you have accomplished your mission and you have peace. And you have peace. You can just sit back. The only mouth I have to hear from is the one I'm going to put my. Let me stop being nasty.
Watching this whole conversation. I'm watching this whole conversation. I'm sitting on the couch with the princess of Pan Africanism. She on the phone with the ex-husband fiance. She says, I'm coming to pick up Junior. I'll be there in 45 minutes. She said, no problem. I'll have him ready. Do y'all think she told her son that his stepmom was coming to pick him up? She didn't tell that boy at all to get ready. Your father's wife, fiance, coming to get you. She waited till that woman got to her house. I saw the whole thing, y'all. I saw the whole thing. She never went upstairs. She never called him, texted him. She never went upstairs. And I'm sitting on the couch like, this is crazy. I'm sitting on the couch like, this is crazy. That woman told you to have her stepson ready. You told her you would. You don't do nothing. The girl shows up. The young lady shows up. And she calls her, I'm outside. She says, okay. She calls her son and says, your father's fiance is outside. Start getting ready because she's taking you for them for the weekend or whatever. And I'm sitting there like, this woman called you an hour ago. This woman called you an hour ago and said she coming to get her stepson. You don't do nothing to get that boy ready. And at this time, he's probably what, 8 years old, 7, 8, 9. She don't do nothing to get that boy ready until the woman shows up. She wanted to aggravate the woman by taking all day to get her son ready to go to the father. And I said, I'll be damned. I said, you are still in love with that man. I said, you and your ex-husband need to get back together because y'all going to hurt a lot of people. You and your ex-husband need to get back together because y'all going to hurt a lot of people playing with people's emotions.
Truth hurts, doesn't it? The truth hurts, doesn't it? I don't know. I would never tell that story, but it's just something about it just doesn't make me. I mean, I don't know. But like I said, stay out of this. Let them work it out. I said it in all caps because it's because you got this person, you got this person, this person, this person, this person, and the only thing we're missing are the two baby mamas. We've heard Anissa, but Anissa is just crashing out. She can't keep her story straight. She's contradicting herself. Now she's a what you know she's one of them people. It's like Jesus. What next? What next? And she said it herself. I want to see. I want them studs. I said what? She said I want them studs. She said I'm getting dressed and I'm gonna get them studs. I said, oh God, no, 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 no. And then when I heard him this morning, I'm like, oh no, God, no. It's wild, can it's wild. Umar can't remember all these petty ass stories after 16 years. Obviously, you've been hiding under a rock, but I'll give you grace. You just met me. You just met me. You just been over here and you just riding the coattails right now. You don't know a damn thing what happened. I do. I do. And the people who rock with me, who rock with him, they know too. So you can go ahead and you can twist the story however you want. It really doesn't matter at this point. Mr. Clean Up Man. Umar telling stories that have no relevancy, whatever, whatsoever, other than shaming a woman we do not know. That's your opinion. I just hope he works everything out with his kids. I hope he does too. He wants to take his. This is the thing. He wants to take his oldest daughter, out for her birthday in the next 2 weeks. She's supposed to turn 23. So he now this is twice now. This is the invite. This is the second invite. He wants to take his daughter out for her birthday. Let's see what she says. I don't know. Y'all come. I don't even want. I'm afraid. I'm scared. I admit I'm scared. I don't know what she's gonna say. I am scared. I am scared because he said he wants to take her out for her birthday. So let's let him. Let's let him. And I don't think that it's cool talking about them women. Hey, you have animosity towards the women, man. Wait, we talk about baby mamas all the time. The men do talk about baby mamas all the time. Now, we said, and I quote, this should not happen. Me and D. Durrell, we sat here and we agreed that this should not happen, but it's happening. When she speaks, he speaks. I mean, he's been solid these last couple of weeks. He's been solid these last couple of weeks, but he just decided to come out with it. I wouldn't have done that, but that's a grown ass man. I ain't gonna tell a grown ass man what not to do. Not to his face anyway. Not to his face. the mothers are smart for not hope hoping online or hopping online into the ma. I would hold on to them words. I would hold on to them words for at least a couple more months. I would hold on to that for at least a couple more months because they might f around and say, "Okay, I'm tired of them talking shit." The daughter already showed her intentions. The daughter's already intentions. I wish the best for the both of them. Me too. Definitely a teachable moment. Yes. Even someone of his stature even examines exempts from this. Got to do better. We said that already. We said it on his end and on the daughter's end. Yeah, I grant that, but this is how the world works. They wish downfall upon them. Of course, you got Ali saying, "But Dr. Umar, Dr. Umar need to sit down somewhere."
It's like this. You love that man. You had a baby by me to get back at that man. You need to stop this crap. This don't make no sense. That woman didn't do nothing to you. Absolutely crazy. So let's talk about the blood test.
Oh
Let's
boy.
talk about the blood test. She does not give me a blood test for more than 6 months. My daughter was around 6 months old when the evil vegan decides to give me a blood test. She had to wait because she wasn't sure if I was the father or the ex-husband was the father. She had to wait because she wasn't sure if I was the father or the ex-husband was the father. So when the baby started to look like me, she gave me the blood test. I walk into the house. I walk into the house. She has a nasty attitude. She starts yelling and screaming. She's there. Her brother's there. And the grandma vegan. And I said, I don't know what you got a problem for. Only reason why you got pregnant is because your ex-husband got his girlfriend pregnant and decided to marry her. She went off. I said, I don't know why you tripping. Only reason why we in this situation, you got pregnant because your ex-husband got his girlfriend pregnant and decided to marry her. She told her brother, get him out. I want him out. Get him out. And I told the brother, respectfully, you're not getting nobody out of nowhere. I'm here for a blood test, and that's what we're going to do. Then grandmom vegan, she says, Umar, you shouldn't say things like that, Umar. And I said, grandma vegan, you know she got pregnant for the ex-husband. The brother knows she got pregnant for the ex-husband. She knows she got pregnant for the ex-husband. I know she got pregnant for the ex-husband. And she says, grandma vegan says, but Umar, you shouldn't say it. Grandma vegan never said I was wrong. Grandma vegan never said I told a lie. Grandma vegan never said I was wrong. Grandma vegan never said I told a lie. Grandma vegan never said I was wrong. Grandma vegan never said I told a lie. Brother vegan never said I was wrong. Brother vegan never said I told a lie at the blood test. The evil vegan never said I told a lie. The evil vegan. Nobody once said in that house when the white lady snow bunny came to do the blood test, it was a snow bunny from a company that I paid for to do the blood test.
Snow bunny.
Snow bunny.
I
Nobody said
call them cave bitches, but that's just me.
you are wrong. Everybody was shocked that I knew the truth. Everybody. Grandma Vegan was shocked. You could tell by the brother's face, he was shocked. The evil vegan, she went crazy. So you know she was shocked. They didn't know I had put it all together. They didn't know I had already. What mother doesn't let the father go to the prenatal visits? What mother doesn't invite the father to the visit? What to the birth of their child? What mother doesn't give the father the middle name or the last name? And then when I asked her my daughter's birthday, she gave me two birth dates. When I asked her for my daughter's birthday, she gave me two birth dates. When I asked her for my daughter's birthday, she gave me two birthdays. I didn't find out the real birth date till I went to family court. I didn't find out the real birth date until I went to family court. Now check this out. The evil vegan wants to go to Disneyland with the children. So the evil vegan, I comes over there, couch time, because I was coming over there like every day to be with my child. I go over there one day because she wouldn't let me take my daughter alone. She said she was too young. Bull crap. I had baby Smurf as an infant. She's not too young. You just didn't want me to take her at all because you a control freak with daddy issues. I understand. She says, I'm taking the children to Disneyland in Florida and I want you to go with me.
Wow.
I'm taking the children to Disneyland and I want you to go with me. I wanted to go, brothers and sisters, because this would have gave me time to spend with my daughter. But I couldn't go because I said, if you go to Disneyland, you are leading this woman on into thinking you're going to marry her. And you know you're not going to marry her because you know she only got pregnant to get even with the ex-husband who she's still in love with. So you know you're not going to marry this woman. So I wanted to go to Disneyland, y'all, but I couldn't. I told her I can't. She kept asking me. She kept asking me. She kept asking me. And I told her, I didn't slander nobody. I'm telling the truth, so I'm blocking you. I didn't slander nobody. I'm telling the truth. And I didn't go to Disneyland. And don't get me wrong, she allowed me to visit my daughter at the grandmom house. There was no visitation order. There was no supervised visitation. I never had that for any child. You struggle streamers need to shut up. Nobody had no damn supervised visitation. So I would go over there. And then when my baby started preschool at the white Quaker school, I went to the meetings. When she started kindergarten, I went there. She said the teacher, in first grade, I think, too. She said that they thought that my daughter had a speech problem. I said, if she got a speech problem, we're going to get a private speech eval, and I'm going to pay for speech out of my pocket. So I was involved with the Princess of Pan-Africanism until about 6 or 7, in very limited fashion, though. She's 13 now. So for 6 years, she has not seen her father. And I want to say this to y'all, and it does me no honor to say this. It does me no honor to say this, but I have to say this. I'm not sure if my daughter knows that Dr. Umar Ifatunde Oguntade is her biological father. I am not sure if my daughter knows that Dr. Umar Ifatunde Oguntade is her biological father. I am not sure, and I feel embarrassed to say it, but it was out of my hands. I am not sure if my 13-year-old princess knows if Dr. Umar Ifatunde Oguntade is her biological father. And the reason I'm not sure, unlike Baby Smurf spent more time with me than her mother her first 6 years. Baby Smurf spent more time with me than her mother her first. So Baby Smurf have to know me. Baby Smurf have. But my princess, she was only in my house one night and she was an infant.
I gotta let this breathe. Bridge says, I don't know. That's just a little far fetched. Why would she think they will get married? You talking about the two? Or are you talking about the one before Umar? The one before Umar, I believe that she was already married, right? But they end up getting a divorce, and she wanted to get back together, but I guess they said nah. So she looked at Umar They both looked at Umar and said, you gonna marry one of us, you gonna marry none of us. That's how that went. No pun intended. The more Umar talks, the more everyone can tell he's lying. Nobody is telling that he's lying. They just don't like his ass. They do not like him. They don't care if he's telling the truth or not. What makes you think that he's lying? You sound like a separatist, ma'am. You sound like a whole separatist. You sound like a Democrat right now. Yeah, that sounds a little biased coming from you. He's lying. He's lying. Lie, 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 lie. Just because they went to Disneyland. I would like to go to Disneyland with my daughter. What's wrong going to Disneyland with my daughter? Can we both go to Disney? We don't have to speak, but we're there for the kids. Am I right? We're there for the kids. I ain't there for you. Once they go on the rides or whatever, bye. See, I'm going to give me something to eat. Chop on them nasty ass hot dogs. Once go on the rides, we chilling. This is for the kids. This is not for us. All right. This is for the kids. This is not for us. You gotta learn how to be a responsible parent. I heard plenty of men. Yep. How? Wait a minute. How is it that you dog men out so much, but you're married to one? That don't make no sense. And I'm not being a smartass. I'm actually. It behooves me why you would talk down to women so much, or talk down to men so much, call them liars and deceivers, but yet you're married to a man. That I don't see the correlation with that. He said allegedly married. This is a story I told. This is a story 100 times a year. We-On-Loc only knows about the struggle father streamers now because Umar is going through it. Of course, only men that do wrong. Oh, so you're an equal opportunity biased person. I'm going to the grocery store. I'll be right back. Papa was a rolling stone. That's what I meant. How would the mother think that they would get married just because Umar went to Disney? I don't know, Bridge. I just don't know. I try. I try my best to stay out of that one. My only concern is in 2 weeks' time, will this birthday date happen? Yes, I said birthday date to all the creepers are out there. I have birthday dates with my daughter too. I take them out to a certain. I take them out to a place that they're choosing, which most of them want to do that jumping, that bouncing up and down thing. I don't know what you call it, but it's a facility that you just bounce up and down all day. Or they want to go to the ride the carts because she's tall enough to ride the little go karts or whatever. So I just do that, whatever. I can tell you have. I can tell you have morals. Umar doesn't. He's made mistakes. Sky stuff. Nope. No. It's flipping out. It's Flipping Out. They used to go on the Flipping Out here in Vegas. Well, I used to see. I'll even like, Dad, I'm going here. Bah! And I'll go up in the stands and I'll watch them bounce up and down, or they'll climb up the wall, play dodgeball while they're jumping up, and it's something that kids do. My time is over. My time is done. I came up with that correlation a long time ago. Every once in a while, I'll go down there and I'll play with them. I just feel like, okay, I'll tell you a secret. You promise you won't tell anybody? You promise you won't tell anybody this secret? I'll even provide the video. Okay. We went to go see Sonic. It was me, my wife, my children, my nieces and my nephews, my mother-in-law, my brother-in-law, my two brother-in-law, and they kids and they wives or whatever. We all went to go see Sonic. After Sonic, the kids started flipping, doing uh, um, uh, what's that thing that they do? I'm blanking out. They started doing twirls and they started doing backflips and one handstands. I do something and damn near break my damn leg. I'll provide y'all the proof. I am that dad. Yes, I am. Yes, I am that father. Now you know. Now let's get back to this.
Yes, I was around for kindergarten. I was around for preschool. I think I was around for first grade. But that don't mean she know I was her father per se, because if your mother keeps you from your father that much, did she tell my daughter that her ex-husband was her father? Did she tell my daughter that some other man was her father? And if the evil vegan has told my daughter that I am her father, if the evil vegan has told my daughter that I am her father, what excuse does she give her for why she doesn't see me? Now, Mama Smurf told Baby Smurf a lie that I assaulted her. She ain't got no police report. She ain't got no restraining order. She ain't got no arrest record. She lied. So Mama Smurf lied and told Baby Smurf, I put hands on her. God is my witness. I never hurt a woman in my life. Ancestors is my witness. I never hit a woman in my life. Mama Smurf lied to Baby Smurf, but it was a good lie because that's enough for the child to stop asking questions. My father beat my mom. I understand. So what is the evil vegan telling my daughter? What reason is she giving my daughter for why she hasn't seen me? I would love to know this. What do y'all think? What excuse do y'all think? What excuse do y'all think the evil vegan is giving my daughter for why she does not see me? It ain't bad for my brain. I don't have a brain, sister. I'm a Pan-Africanist. I'm not a struggle streamer. I'm a Pan-Africanist. So brothers and sisters, I don't know if my daughter know I'm her dad, even though she looked just like me, same complexion and everything. And if you know the evil vegan, if you live in Philly, you know who she is. You know the restaurant. You know her and her brother in real estate. She got a daycare center. Y'all know who they are. If you live in Philadelphia, if you ever come across my daughter, tell her who her father is. Tell her who her father is. I tried to reach my daughter on social media, but her mother has all of her accounts blocked, and the only friends she allows her to have is family. Did y'all hear what I just said? I've tried to reach my daughter on social media, but her social media, for those of y'all who know her, all of her friends are her family. Her mother doesn't allow her to communicate or interact with nobody outside of her. These are very controlling women. Mama Smurf and the evil vegan, these are very controlling women with daddy issues. Very controlling women with daddy issues. Very controlling women with daddy issues. If anybody knows where they are, please let me know. I want to roll up on the Princess of Pan-Africanism. If y'all know the school, let me know the school. If y'all know the address, let me know the address. But I'm not sure if my baby know who I am. That woman has went out her way to keep me away, partly so the ex-husband could come back and hit that whenever he want. Partly so the ex-husband could come back and hit that whenever he want, married or not. Okay. But of course, she got daddy issues, abuse issues. And of course, she only used me for her replacement daughter. She wanted a replacement daughter. She got her replacement daughter. She wanted a replacement daughter. She got her replacement daughter. And she has no need for me, brothers and sisters. And unfortunately, my daughter's grandmom doesn't have enough integrity. Unfortunately, my daughter's grandmom doesn't have enough integrity, just like baby Smurf's grandma. They didn't have enough integrity to say, stop this mess. These girls have a right to know their father, and you need to stop this mess. Neither grandmom stood up for their granddaughters. Both grandmothers supported their daughters in alienating the father. So black men, don't.
Somebody cash at me $10. They have a special. They have a. I think the Dodgers. I think the Dodgers are winning or something. I want to get my meal. So somebody cash at me $10 so I can get a meal from Panda Express. Everything come with a drink. I want to get the big. I want to get the big plate. I want to get the big plate. F the little plate. I want the big plate. I want my orange chicken. I want my orange chicken. I want my fried rice. That fried rice is good, yo. That fried rice is good. I can eat that by myself. I can eat that alone and not even worried about eating anything else from Panda Express. I just don't eat it all the time because it's just too salty. And that cashmere, what you call it? When I ate, I had a sample of that coconut cashmere chicken. I never thought I'd eat coconut cashmere chicken. And I'm starting to like egg rolls. I'm starting to like egg rolls. I used to say them egg rolls is nasty. I'm starting to like them egg rolls. My coworker got me hooked on to them egg rolls, dog. Anyway,
Marry no woman if you have not figured out their mother. Black men, don't marry no woman if you have not figured out their mother. Black men, don't marry no woman unless you figure out their mother.
nigga,
Because both of my daughter's grandmothers helped their
nigga,
daughter, supported their
nigga, you
daughter,
just want a
and
free show.
encouraged their daughter to keep them away from me.
But you support Angry Man. You'll support Angry Man. You support that nigga.
Court is not the answer
You'll support Anton.
because they don't enforce the orders.
You support Lennon.
Now, I heard in
You
some states like
Lennon
Texas, I heard in Texas,
bastard.
if the
You
mother does not
support
produce
Lennon.
the child,
How much money you
according
give
to the
Lennon?
custody order, she will go to jail. I ain't heard of no black woman in Philadelphia going to jail for keeping a child from the father and violating the court order. Maybe I'm wrong. Philadelphia brothers. Do I have any Philadelphia brothers whose baby mom got locked up because she didn't let you see your child? It didn't happen for me in 10 years. And she violated that thing damn near every other week. So I don't know how it is in Texas. Maybe in Texas, y'all have a better family court system. Maybe in New York, y'all have a better family court system. Maybe in Baltimore, y'all have a better family court system. Maybe in Atlanta, y'all have a better family court system. Maybe in Oakland, in Los Angeles, in Detroit, in Chicago. Maybe y'all have a better family court issue. But in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, ain't no mother going to jail because she don't let you see your child. I've never heard of that. I've never heard of that. I wish I lived in Texas. If I lived in Texas, we won't even be having this conversation because they know they would have went to jail. Philadelphia, those women don't care. What did you hear me just say? They are not arresting no mother. They never arrest the mother. The police come to the house, they fill out a report, you take it to family court, you file contempt, the judge calls her down and tells her, don't do this anymore. No punishment, no fine, no arrests. What are you talking about? The police do not arrest women in Philadelphia if they don't let you see your child. That is a lie. So I run into Grandmom Vegan at the veggie fruit produce up there. What is that? Wayne and Germantown and Shelton or something. I run into Grandma Vegan one day, right? And Grandma Vegan says, "Hey Umar." I ignore her. Grandma Vegan speaks to me again. She says, "Hey Umar." I ignore her again. Grandma Vegan speaks to me again. "Hey Umar." I said, "I'm not speaking to you." She said, "Why?" I said, "Because your daughter don't let me see my child. You know this, and you don't do nothing about it." She says, "I didn't know she wasn't letting you see your child." Yes, you did. Yes, you did. You just wasn't woman enough to admit that you didn't care. Yes, you did. So Grandma Vegan says she didn't know that the evil vegan wasn't letting me see my child. So I tell Produce Junction, Wayne Avenue, Produce Junction. Shout out to my Germantown Africans. I'm a North Philly African, but shout out to my Germantown Africans. Green Street, Produce Junction. Y'all know what it is. Philly cats. So I asked Grandma Vegan to arrange a meeting with the evil vegan so we could come up with a custody agreement and child support. I was willing to pay child support as long as I could see my daughter for 1 day a week. Let me ask my sisters a question. Do y'all see any problem with me seeing my daughter for 1 day a week and paying child support? Do any sisters see a problem with that? 1 day a week to start, and I pay child support. Do y'all?
It's I don't know. Maybe somebody's been to court before. Maybe somebody's had custody of the children. You tell me how it works, because I don't know. I don't know shit from Shinola.
Y'all see any problem with that? Talk to me in the chat. Talk to me in the chat. Does anybody see any problem with me just asking for 1 day a week, and I will pay child support? So we go to Grandma Vegan house to talk about custody. I'm happy, y'all, because I'm thinking Grandma Vegan ain't gonna do me like my oldest daughter grandmom did. My oldest daughter grandmom ain't give a damn whether I saw my daughter. So I said, I hope Grandma Vegan, she might be better. I'm like, okay, Grandma Vegan. I'm like, damn, I got somebody on my side. This gonna be good. This gonna be good. So I get hyped. You know what I mean? I told my mom, I'm like, Mom, my daughter grandma, I'm gonna make her daughter let me see my child. I get over there. I walk in that house and they don't talk about nothing but money. I said, Grandma Vegan, you told me I was coming over
That
here so
usually
we can
happens.
talk about me spending some alone time with my child instead of sitting on your damn couch. She said,
That
yeah,
usually
but the baby
happens.
need money. I said, no problem. I told your daughter I'll pay child support. I said, how much is the child support? And we came up with a number, and I was supposed to get my daughter the first time. I came over there to get my daughter, and she told me she's not going with you. I gave her the money. Stack. Boom. I gave her the money. He go, your child support, I'm paying you every month. We agreed. This is how much you want. This is what you're going to get. I'm supposed to get my daughter for 1 day a week. I gave her the child support. She said, my daughter is not going with you. Mm.
If he would have hit that off the first time around, I think he would have got more traction. But seems as if you have to go through this whole merry-go-round situation, and I don't mind it. I mean, it tells a more broader story, but it's what it is. It's broad. Prepare. Repair. Repair the relationship. That's all you can do. That's all you can do.
I tried to stay out of court because court don't work for me. I went through it 10 years with my oldest. They don't enforce the order. It's a waste of time. You get an order on paper, no enforcement. No enforcement. So
You never seen that before, Bridge? You never seen that one before? You never seen where the grandma's always on, or the mom rather, the mom is always on the daughter's side? Ah, it does happen that way. I don't know how you don't see it. I don't know if you see it or not, but I'm saying it does happen. The problem is he lies too much. Dude, I don't really have time for you right now. Don't come up here crying like some little chump ass bitch. It's like you gotta hear from. It's like you have no interest. Or I'm sorry, I said that all wrong. You have no patience whatsoever. So I have no patience for you. None. You're against them anyway. So what does it matter?
when we get to the house with Grandma Vegan, I'm sitting on the couch, and Grandma Vegan says, Umar, you raising your voice. I think you're about to get violent. I may have to call the police. I said, what? I'm sitting down. I didn't say nothing about violence. I didn't say nothing about fighting nobody. I didn't say nothing. I'm sitting down. Grandma Vegan standing up. The evil vegan standing up. I'm sitting down talking about wanting to see my baby. And Grandma Vegan says, Umar, you getting loud. You're getting angry. I think you're about to get violent. I may have to call the police. I said, deja vu. Mama Smurf part 2. Deja vu. Mama Smurf tried to get me locked up for something I never did, using fake pictures. Her and her mom doctored up with makeup, when the real guy who bust the windows out and threatened my daughter's life, she never took him to court.
Yeah, they'll definitely be friends. Definitely. And you wonder why they're in the situation that they're in right now. Ooh, girlfriend. Ooh, girlfriend. Wearing that tight ass stuff. Kissing other women and stuff. Not that fine. There's a time and a place for everything. But if you think I'm gonna have my daughter go out looking like anything, you must be out your damn mind. I'll murk you and everybody in this world. The hell? What? Psst, please.
Never took him to court. Never took him to court. Here I am sitting in my daughter's grandmother's house trying to establish some custody so I can spend some time with my child. And the grandmother says I might have to call the police.
Have logic. They're stuck on stupid. You goddamn right. Well,
And the grandmother says I might have to call the police. And guess what I did, brothers and sisters? I got up and I walked out that house.
Yep.
Because it felt like a setup.
Yep. Of course, stuck on stupid. Let the haters hate. Let the haters hate. Lennon is live right now. He gonna be on live for the next. He gonna be on live for the next 3 hours, just looking through old stuff, saying the same old stuff. I remember a long time when Umar said, let me put something in the cash here. Thank you for That's all he does. He's not a descendant of Franklin Duck. He's not a descendant of Franklin Douglas. He's not a descendant of Franklin Douglas. He never said he was a descendant. He said he was kin. Know the difference. Know the damn difference. And what is it? Ancestry.com? I don't trust that. I don't trust that at all. A white man's website? I don't trust that shit at all. I do not trust that shit at all. What up, Assad? Salute, 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 fam. I don't trust that shit at all. But anyway.
I started to feel like they brought me to that house to get me angry, call the police, and get me charged with some type of, what do they call it? Domestic abuse or intent to cause domestic abuse. I didn't know what the real vegan and the evil vegan and grandma vegan was trying to do. I got up out of there. I got up out of there, brothers and sisters. So I'm not going to keep y'all too much longer. I have a whole lot more notes. I told y'all she gave me 2 different birth dates for my daughter. She never told me my daughter's full name. I had to get it from court. She gave my daughter her last name. And then Baby Smurf said that the evil vegan told Mama Smurf that we dated for 5 years. Me and the evil vegan did not date for 5 years. That's a lie. We knew each other for 5. We dated for 2. And she caught me up on a one-night stand 2 years after we stopped dating. Me and the evil vegan dated for 2 years. And then she caught me up on a one-night stand to get back at her ex-husband 2 years after we stopped dating. So this is what I'm going to do. I'm not going to, it's 8:42. I'm going to end this live at 9 o'clock. If you have a question, text it to my phone and I will answer your questions about Mama Smurf or the evil vegan. My cell number, don't call me. I'm not taking no calls. 215-989-9858 if you have a question, if you need any clarity. This is only for my supporters. If you're not a supporter, I'm not talking to you. If you are a Dr. Umar supporter and you have a question, text my phone. I'm going to read your question and I'm going to answer your question. 215-989-9858. 215-989-9858. 215-989-9858. Text me if you have a question. My supporters only. No struggle streamers, no coons, no Negro peons. If you have a question, text me your question. I'm on my phone. I'm looking for questions. I will read your question. I have a question, 704 area code. I think that's Charlotte, North Carolina. Did she ever try to get back with you after court? That's a good question. That's a good question. Okay. Let me deal with the evil vegan first. The evil vegan put me on child support right after I stopped chasing her around when I became full-time caregiver for a loved one, okay? She's taken me to court for increases 3 times since she, in the past 6 or 7 years, 6 years. I've been paying child support for about 6 years for the evil vegan. Once I stopped chasing her around, she took me to child support. Remember, before that, I was paying out of pocket, willing to pay out of pocket. I paid once and she didn't produce the child. So that was it, right? But she still allowed me to go to meetings, school meetings and preschool meetings. And you know what I mean? I was still involved to some extent or another until about 6 or 7. I've been ostracized for the last 6. I don't know where they live. The courts don't tell you that. So when people say you should have went to the house, family court in Philadelphia is not telling you where your child lives at if the mother don't want them to. Family court in Philadelphia is not telling you where your child lives at if the mother don't want them to. So anyway, when we go to court for child support, and this is how I knew the evil vegan still had feelings for me, although she's crazy in love with the ex-husband. I knew she still had feelings for me because when we went to court for child support, and she had her black, feminist, evil, nasty lawyer with her, she has a very mean, nasty, evil, black female lawyer, the evil vegan. So when we go into family court for child support, the evil vegan comes dressed up in child support like she going to the Grammys. I thought she was going to the Grammys. I said, who in the hell dresses like this for child support? I hadn't seen her, though, in 6 years. So the evil vegan got dressed up because she wanted to impress Big Papa, King Kong Consciousness, Notorious RBG, Prince of Pan-Africanism. Okay. So I said, this woman clearly wanted to see me. She put on, are you performing at the Grammys tonight? Or are you going to the BET Awards or for the child support? So she got the child support. Then she takes me back for more money. We go to the increasement hearing. And the hearing officer said, what do you want more money for? And the evil vegan with the evil female lawyer, the evil vegan with the evil female lawyer, the evil vegan with the evil female lawyer said, we want swimming lessons, horseback lessons, water polo, all these. It was horseback lessons, swimming lessons. It was a whole bunch of activities, right? And I didn't have a problem with the activities. Mostly stuff white people do because she loves white people. The vegans, they love white people. They love white people. I remember when I told her I wanted my daughter to go to Veronica Joyner's charter school, Mathematics, Civics, and Sciences charter school. Shout out to Miss Veronica Joyner. I'm going to call you too this week, Miss Joyner. I'm going to call you. I need your help with FDMG. So Miss Veronica Joyner, who I love, respect, and I think is the greatest educator in Philadelphia history, she's holding a spot. She said, Dr. Umar, your daughter going to come to the school, right? I'm the school psychologist. My daughter's supposed to be there. So I tell the real vegan, I said, listen, our daughter can be at the school while I'm at work. I get the check on her. Miss Joyner going to look out for her because she's Dr. Umar's daughter. She looked just like me. High achieving school, great charter school, one of the best schools I've ever worked at, tested at. Children learn at a high level. She produced doctors, lawyers, engineers. Best black charter school in the city. I'm not sending my daughter to that school. Why not? Because I'm not sending her there. How you know it's a good school? So instead, she puts my daughter in the white Quaker school against my wishes. She puts my daughter in the white Quaker school against my wishes. She puts my daughter in the white Quaker school against my wishes. She would not put my daughter in Veronica Joyner's charter school, even though I begged her to, just to go against me, right? So anyway, we at the child support increasement hearing. And she's naming all these activities. Credit to the white man. Credit to the white man. Credit to the white man. He said, have you been included in any of these decisions regarding your child? Credit to the white man. Credit to the white man. Credit to the white man. He looked at me, he looked at her and her evil, nasty lawyer, and he said, have you ever been included or consulted on any of these decisions that her mother is making for your daughter? I said, sir, I haven't seen my daughter her entire life. I haven't seen my daughter her entire life, or up until 6 or 7 years old when I was allowed to go to school meetings and sit on grandma's couch. I said, this woman has kept me from my daughter, and she only wants me to pay money. She has completely cut me out of my child's life, and she only wants my money. She does not want me to be a father to my daughter. And he said, I'm going to mail you my decision. He did raise the child support, but not as much as they wanted him to. He did raise the child support a little bit, but not as much as they want to. So guess where I have to go the day after my baby girl's birthday? The day after my youngest daughter's birthday, I'm back in child support because the real vegan says she needs more money. You know why she needs more money? Because my daughter goes to high school next year. You know why she needs more money? My daughter goes to high school next year. You know why she needs more money? My daughter is going to high school next year. And rather than let me be a father to my child, she'd rather go to court and get some money and keep me out of her life because she knows that they are not going to enforce the child support order if we get one. She knows it. She knows it. Now, some of y'all said, Dr. Umar, if that was me, I would have went to the house and kicked the door in and got my child. And how do you think that ends for me? Let me go crash out. They've already threatened me with the police. Mama Smurf already tried to get me arrested on some fake-ass domestic abuse. Could you imagine if I go to their house unannounced and cause a scene? I go to jail. I lose my
It might end up worse because number one, I don't trust police. Greg, you know this to be true. Anybody with any common sense knows this to be true. The police are not to be trusted. That's number one. Number two, you as a black man in America, you crashing out over these females. Not all of them. Not all of them. Not all of them. But if you crash out on some of these females, it might not end well for you. This is how society is. But it's not to say that men win custody cases, but this is uh, I'm drained. I'm gonna let this play out a few minutes more, and then we're gonna call it a night.
credentials. They will tell the police I threatened them, that I tried to kill them. Do you know what these women would have said on me? These are evil, nasty, vindictive women with the full support of their mothers. These were two evil, nasty, vindictive, controlling women with the full support of their mother. I could not crash out. I cannot crash out.
Answer question is not related to
I could not crash out.
traffic stuff.
Go to jail?
Fair enough.
What good am I to my
Fair
daughter in
enough.
jail? What good am I to my daughter in jail? What good am I to my daughter in jail?
Exactly.
And then one time we sitting on grandma's couch,
Exactly.
and the evil vegan comes back from child support for the ex-husband for the son. Remember, they have a son. Yeah, both baby moms have two
You
children.
guys need to learn how to control
Both baby moms have two
that
children. Mama
too.
Smurf has
That
my
too.
daughter and a younger daughter.
That too.
The evil vegan has my daughter and an older son. Situations is so similar. The evil vegan comes and she says, do you know that my ex-husband don't have to pay child support no more? I said, what you talking about? She says, we had child support today, and he told the judge he cannot afford to pay child
Whatever,
support for
man.
his son anymore because he has another child. And I said, what happened? And the evil vegan said the judge canceled his child support order. Let me talk to my Philadelphia black men. Brothers, have you ever heard in your life, black men of Philadelphia, have you ever heard in your life of a family court judge canceling the child support order because the ex-husband said he can't afford to pay? If that's the case, nobody will be paying child support. Y'all want to know what happened? She took her ex-husband out of child support. That's how much she loved that man. Did y'all hear what I just said? The evil vegan took her ex-husband off of child support, took him off and put me on it. Took him off of child support and put me on it. I said the evil vegan took her ex-husband off of child support and put me on it. Lord have mercy. Lord have mercy. So I have a lot more notes, but I think I've given y'all the gist. Let me see if I got any more questions. Any more?
Nah, we ain't gonna go about this any more longer than we have to. Now you got the gist of it. Um, I should have had labeled it how I labeled it, but I mean the thumbnail speaks for itself. Seth and I know Seth and I and the other guy. We know how it is to deal with Umar haters out there. It's difficult, but haters gonna hate. Haters gonna fucking hate. So my position, my conclusion is this: leave them alone. When it's time for the father to take out the daughter, even though the daughter is doing all this extra stuff for no reason. Actually, it is. It's a reason, and we get it. We said it over and over and over and over again. but there ain't no reason to disrespect your father like that. No reason. I don't care what. Aside from grape, aside from grape, there's no reason to disrespect your father like that. Ain't no reason to disrespect your father like that. I don't care who you are. But I'm gonna just say it like this. I'm gonna shut up. Repair this relationship. I believe it's gonna take a minute. It's gonna take a minute. But if they meet for the first time in 20 or 10, 11, 12 years or whatever, and they talk, let them speak. Let them work it out. That's my wish. That's my prayer. And hopefully that's my promise to the world that this relationship will work itself out. And with that being said, I love y'all for life. This is We-On-Loc Nation. I'm out to get something to eat, y'all.